Tappy Sports and Beatball Nation, and sponsored by Sports Vision 2020, Mind's Eye Radio, Andy Hannigan Realty, the Lighthouse for the Blind of St. Louis, and individual sponsors. David Benny alongside Jason Frazier. We're just about set to go for the third and final game of the showcase. Each team has won one. Team Red winning 37-30 last night. And then in the game that you just saw here on the NBBA PR page, it was Team Blue getting some revenge and evening things up. 33-21 was the final in that one. Jason, it's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams handle this now that they've got one more game. Winner take all here for this showcase.
I think this is going to be fun here, DB. You get you have the best athletes here from the sport. Now it's competitive prize in the takeover. We know it's a showcase. We know it's a way for people to showcase skills in a game, but not saying all the games weren't competitive before, but this one, and this is one for all the marbles. I think you're going to see some different strategies from the coaches, different things from the players. Makes to see how they kind of start off this game, both teams.
Well, they have more options, I think, because now both teams have gotten every player on their roster that's available significant playing time in the two games. So now they can do whatever they see fit. Now, Booker is sticking to his mantra, is we're playing to win, but we're getting everybody in. So I think you can expect to see the same kind of substitution schemes and all of that. We didn't see Justin Holland. I don't know if we'll see him. He got a little bit banged up in pregame warm-ups today. But other than that, you should see everybody on the Team Blue roster, I would guess. And as far as how Nestor Gonzalez handles it with Team Red, we'll see. They are the home team again. They've been on the upside of all three coin flips. So Team Red will be in the field, and Team Blue will be up to bat to start out this third and final game.
Yeah, I know Nestor's walking up to the table, so we'll probably find out a little about his lineup here soon, but he's keeping it kind of mysterious. He's had two different approaches. Like you said, the first game played most of the players, didn't play everyone. The last game played everyone, got everyone in the game. So it's interesting to see what he wants to do this time around. As you know, his team's the home team. We'll see what defensive lineup. He's relied heavily for the majority of both games. You've seen Mark Morris, Zach Arambla, and Eric Rodriguez play mostly for Team Red the majority of the games. I wonder if it'll be the same for this third and final game.
I would expect so, although, you never can tell. Coach's preference, how they want to handle starting out the All-Star Showcase, but I think we'll see a lot of all three of those players either at the outset or at least throughout the course of the game. But both teams have plenty of firepower, not only in their starting lineups, but also on the bench. And both of these teams want to win this third game. So this should be very interesting as both teams come in now with one win and one loss.
So you got Team Blue on the right side of me here.
They're doing the Indy Thunder chant.
Yeah, a little Thunder chant there. Other side, you got Red Team. They're all kneeling and praying around pitcher Fonzie over there. So you got a little bit of different vibes going here. But definitely you can feel it. It feels, I would say, DB, it probably feels like almost a World Series championship game into the way the atmosphere feels right now.
It does feel intense and competitive as Team Blue is on the first base sideline, Team Red getting ready on the third base sideline. And, it really is because these competitors have come a long way. A lot of them have traveled a long way to have to get here. They've had to, some of them, take time off of work and away from other things. And so, yes, it's a showcase to showcase skills and talent in the sport of beat baseball. And so, in that sense, it is for exhibition. But don't tell these guys that because they've worked very hard. And to many of them, this is the last game of the calendar year. Here we are now on the second day of December. There's going to be a significant break for the holidays, and as we get into the 2024 calendar year, this is going to be the last live beat ball they're going to see for some time. So I expect they're going to hang it all out, leave it all on the line today, Jason.
And I can tell you with this defensive lineup by Nestor Gonzalez for Team Red to start out the game, he's definitely going defense first here. He has Eric Rodriguez starting out here in short left. Behind him in deep left, it's going to be Mark Morris. Over to the center, it's going to be Zach Arambla. And on front right side, you have Randy George. He's going with his guns here from the Titans. Behind him in the mid side on the right side is going to be Kyle Bora. That's the first time here. In the very back, over in deep right, is Ethan Johnston. So he's going very defense heavy.
Yes, he is. They're not playing around there. He's going to come out and he's going to try. They're going to try to shut the blue team down early and then jump on them, as they will have the last at bats as they're home again.
And again, you know, the blue team here, you're going to see a little bit right now with their lineup, where we see right now at the plate. You got Cody Jeffries, who's been, I think, only been out one time this whole weekend, I believe. And then you got Gerald Dykes following him in the number 2 hole. So with Jared pitching, he's going with some of the guys he trusts and depends on most of the time when the Indy Thunder are playing. So I think we're about ready here. It's like Johnny Ma's going to be in that 3rd hole. He's been hitting well this weekend, too.
Jason Price, again, as our head umpire, says play ball, and play ball we will. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
That ball is a grounder over to Eric Rodriguez. He gets down, stops with his feet. He got it. He's an out. We probably jinxed Cody Jeffries there, DB.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, he hit it to the wrong part of the field, and, you know, what we're seeing, the difference you see with Eric Rodriguez and with a lot of other defenders, a lot of defenders can block balls. Eric seems to be able to block balls, and no matter what part of his body he blocks the ball with, he knows his body, and he's able to adjust well enough to field the ball without it bouncing away. So Jeffries to Eric Rodriguez, and Eric wins that one. How about a high-profile play there to start it out? 1 out.
Not easy with Gerald Dykes up. Swing and a miss. That ball goes right under his bat to the outside of the plate.
Dykes got off to a little bit of a slow start, but he was heating up toward the end of game 2, hitting some really good balls.
Sets back up. Booker holds the glove up high. That's to be strike 2. Your pitcher, catcher, battery for the blue team is Jared Woodard, and of course Darnell Booker, who's also the coach for Team Blue. Takes a pass ball there. If you're just joining us for any of these games, typically when the blue team's batters get into a 2-strike count, they'll take a pass ball. That ball is fouled back, so now we got 3 strikes in the batter, full count here.
So the timing is good now. Now they just need to connect. Full count pitch coming up.
Get set, back. Jason Price gets the bench quiet. That ball's hit up the middle. This will be a play for Zach Rambo off him. Now Mark Morris. Oh, Mark Morris bobbles it, but that's Gerald Dykes.
Anybody but Gerald, and they might have made a play on that. He hit it right into the heart, the teeth of their defense on the left side, and managed to beat it out. All right, for 1 on the board.
And now you get Casey Krause is going to come up here in the 3 spot for Team Blue.
Casey Krause had kind of a rough one last game after starting out hot yesterday. Let's see if he can turn it around here. Team Blue bounced back as a team, though, in a big way. Game 2, they led from the outset. They took the initiative early and never gave it up. And we ended up winning by 12.
A little malfunction on 3rd. Now we're back in play with the wire being put back in. Casey Krause. I know I mentioned the thing about Team Blue taking the pass ball for 2 strikes. Casey Krause here, when he's at bat, will take usually the pass ball with the first pitch. And there's a pad. There it is, right there. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's a shot. Direction down the line by it past Kyle Boyle. Will be a play for Ethan Johnston. Goes off his leg, goes into the other field. It's a run scored.
Tough play, and, you know, Ethan Johnston not traditionally a backline defender, and it was a tough one there. That was a good poke by Casey. Didn't get around on it, went opposite field, but a good poke.
Yeah, opposite side was pretty good line action on that one.
So 2 in, 1 out. 2-0 Team Blue, just getting started.
And up is David Smith up here in the 4 spot for Team Blue.
So you're seeing basically their starting lineup minus Justin Holland.
John Margist on deck. That's a high ball popped up over the head of Randy George in the vicinity of Kyle Bohr. There's a few people. Oh, Zach Rambo even made a try at that one. But nonetheless, David Smith with the run scored 2 runs for Team Blue.
That was a tight play. That was a close one, but he had just enough air under that ball to get to the base. Airtime is important in this sport when you're playing a high-level type of defense like these All-Stars here. 3 in, now 1 out. 3-0 Team Blue, top of the first.
And that's an important run right there. Like I said, you had the red team, no short of effort there. A lot of guys are around the ball, but as you mentioned, that hang time makes it a tough play there. And now you got John Margist up, who's been hitting well all weekend as well for the blue team.
Yeah, he's been running hot.
You know, he did just remind me before this game about the Eagles-49ers game tomorrow. Me being a big 49ers fan, him a big Eagles fan.
That's a big game.
Yeah, I know if I can root for him now. Has to be strike 2 outside.
That game could help decide some home field advantage.
Definitely. There's that pass ball we mentioned earlier. That's a shot up the middle in the direction of Zach Rambo. Oh, he tried to stand up and knock it down, but it got over his head. That's how hard that ball was hitting, how hard it bounced. He bounced over Zach's head while he was standing up.
Yeah, the only thing you can hope to do is try to get a hand or something on that, try to knock it down. You can't do much when it just bounces right over your head like that.
Yeah.
4 of the first 5 score here, so after getting the first out of the game, 4 in a row now in for the blue team.
Now you got Brandon Chester rounding out the lineup for Team Blue to start out this game. You mentioned her in the previous broadcast. He made some adjustments last night, and now
it worked.
In that second game, the first game of the day, really made some solid contact off Jared Woodard.
Yeah, he was a big part of the reason they won. Chester kept a couple of rallies going out of the bottom spot in that lineup.
That ball's hit opposite field, but not too far, and it'll also be foul.
You see all this contact early in the count. This is about as high level as you're going to get here. They're not missing much.
That's going to be a dribbler on the right side. Randy George is going to have a chance, and he does. He makes that play.
He'll make that play all day. He's solid when the ball's on the ground and it's hit in his general area. So that's the second out. So the defense has picked up the 2 sort of easy grounders that they've needed to pick up. The rest have scored. Now back to the top and Cody Jeffries.
That's kind of what you got to do in this game, too. Like, I mean, any time would be baseball, but especially this game, you're playing against the best hitters in the league. So when they make a chance and they get with the best pitchers, when they make a chance and roll over a ball, you got to come up with those. Those cannot be missed opportunities in this game.
Make the plays you're supposed to make. And if you can make a great play every once in a while, all the better.
Here's Cody Jeffries at the top of the lineup for the blue team. Swing and a miss. That ball is a little under the bat there. Opposite field shot, lined, off Kyle Bohr. He was trying to cross. Oh.
Too hard off of him.
He still made it the play. He picked it up, but couldn't get there in time. But Cody Jeffries nonetheless with a run scored.
The quickness of Cody Jeffries, and 5 now in with 2 outs in the top of the first. Now they got to deal with the quickness of Gerald Dykes.
Yeah, that was a shot almost right down the right field line there.
My sense already is, like we saw last night, it's going to take some runs to win this game. This one might be closer to your 75 again.
Oh, yeah, we didn't make our over-under. I'm going to say 70 this game.
I'll go 60.
Here we go, Gerald Dykes. That ball's popped in there, but that's going to be right back, almost back to the pitcher's mound there.
He's on top of his bat. That's important.
Especially
Dicus can run a 5-second base, so if he gets in the air for 4 seconds, you only got a second when the ball hits the ground to try to get him out.
it's almost nearly impossible to see make that spectacular play. That ball's up in the air again, foul to the left side this time.
They're all over it. Jared working quickly again.
Takes a pass ball. Opposite field shot. That's going to land in the back row almost. And oh, he missed the base. He's out.
Out on a missed base.
Ethan Johnston stuck with it and got that out. That ball was boomed to the back row of the right side.
Boy. That's why you don't give up on a play, and the missed base cost Dicus. He would have been obviously safe if he hadn't missed the base. Great play to stay with it by Ethan Johnston, and that ends the top of the first. 5 on the board. After 1/2 inning, your score, Team Blue 5, Team Red coming to bat.
And plays like that we may remember later in this game, you know, when it comes down to, you know, one-run tight games, especially that one. Like, we'll wait for Ethan to stick with that, but maybe we'll see if that pays dividends later on.
We'll see, yeah. Sometimes in a game like this, you can see there's very little margin for error, and you don't want to give away runs. Missed bases and strikeouts are what is going to make a big difference, I think, in this game.
We'll see. I'm expecting here you're going to go back to almost a similar lineup that they had in the first game here for Team Red. Because I see Eric Rodriguez with a bat in his hand, so I think he's going to be your leadoff hitter this game. It looks like Tanner Gear's going to be right behind him.
Interesting, and then you'll probably see like Morris and Arambula, kind of like you did starting out the game yesterday. I think Nestor was really happy with the way his team started the game and closed the game yesterday, so don't be surprised if you see a similar lineup. And we're really seeing a similar lineup that the blue team started out with yesterday, again, with the exception of Justin Holland, who's a little bit banged up. We may not see him at all. Unless it's a one-run game in the bottom of the 6th and they want to let him have a bat try to Kirk Gibson the thing.
Well, see, I talked to him a little bit before the game. It feels like it's an oblique area injury, so a little tight there, so I don't know if you'll see him.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that, no.
Orlando.
But just getting a little bit of the defensive lineup for Team Blue.
My glove?
Is before Eric Rodriguez steps to the box here for Team Red. Team Blue's defense starts out with Casey Krause playing short left. Behind him in mid left, closer to the line, is Cody Jeffries. Behind him is going to be David Smith in deep left. Going over to the middle is John Marges. Playing short right is Ricky Castaneda. And in deep right, rounding out the blue team's defense, is Brandon Chesser. And up to the batter's box for Team Red to lead off the bottom of the first, Eric Rodriguez.
Eric put out Cody Jeffries to start the game in the top of the first, so the blue defense looking for some revenge here.
Base check. That's a high pop-up in the direction of Casey Krause. Over his head. Tries to dive back to it, but a little too late there. As Eric Rodriguez is able to get on the board.
Good beat ball hit. Hang it up, bounce it, get it between the first line and the second line of defense, and chances are on these fields with a couple of hops, you're going to score. Good job for Eric, and he starts the red team off with a run. It's 5-1.
Now you bring up Tanner Gears here.
Still waiting for that big poke from Tanner. He's had some high ones. He's had some, not so great ones.
They were BPM between games, and he smoked one there. figure out what was going on.
Let's see if Fonzie can return to normal. Normal, they're always on the same page.
Tanner is the DH in this game.
Ball's popped up, but that ball's going to go foul to the right.
Tanner Gears, 5 offensive all-tournament teams at the World Series, all with Fonzie as his pitcher.
That ball's going to be opposite field over past Ricky Castaneda, but he's going back. He has a chance. He has a play.
Look at that.
Ricky Castaneda was the play there in the ball.
The defensive fielder, the DF, puts out the other opposing team's DH. That's what you want to see from your DF. Castaneda, solid, man. 1 out. Not quite enough distance for Tanner.
Now you got Mark Morris.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get Mark Morris now, right here. Play. Go.
That's a shot in the middle, but in the direction of John Martis. He may have a play on that. Oh, he bobbled it. He's safe. If he didn't bobble that, he has Mark Morris, but he didn't.
You have to be clean. You only get one chance with somebody that fast, and you have to be clean picking up the ball, or you're not going to have time. Margis not quite as clean as usual, and there's the second run on the board, 5-2.
That's one run, so we are 5-2. Now here's Zach Ramble.
Zach's been his usual solid self on both sides of the ball. He hasn't made a lot of defensive plays. He's made a few, but he hasn't had that many chances. Not good chances, anyway.
Another shot up the middle. It's going to be to the left center side. Pass, Martis, pass, Krause, pass, D. Smith. Ramble scores.
Got him through all of them, and being fast to the base doesn't hurt either. So 3 of the first 4 are in for Team Red. It's 5-3. Now, let's see what the bottom part of the order can do. We up 1 out.
So now you got Ethan Johnson up, and Kyle Bohr is going to follow him.
So we got Archers at the bottom here. Let's see what they can do. The top part of that order is so tough.
Yeah, yesterday, Ethan and Fonzie had a really good connection yesterday. Let's see if they can find that again today. He had a lot of opposite field hits that were high in the air, hanging up there, typical Ethan Johnston hits. See if we can figure that out today. They kind of struggled in that first game.
A little bit, but like you said, last night he was spraying the ball all over the field. Different types of hits, different directions on him. He really was. He was testing the defense and stretching them. So you've got 2 Hall of Famers in this starting lineup and 2 for sure future Hall of Famers, at least. Off the microphone.
Well, speaking of Hall of Famers, rolled right past it, and the other Hall of Famer I'm sitting here and commentating with.
Well, it did. It did.
But that was a hard roller, DB. You had to make a tough play on that one. Tough play.
Well, not only that, but it went directly into our PA mic there.
Yeah, I would have to push you down and help you with that one. Oh.
Can you hold that up on to him? Hold it up, see if they want it. Exactly. Hey, Axel, you got the new ones?
So we may have to change out balls here finally. The balls have been holding up very well. And we're going to go to a Denver ball. Hey, look at that. So finally, but I'll tell you what, the 10 balls, I believe that we had 10 balls of the Fonzie make and model, and we've finally gone through them.
Going through only 10 balls, huh?
That's a small number for the just the force that these balls have been hit, some of them. Plus you've got a hard ground that they're hitting and bouncing around on.
One strike.
Yeah, 1 strike here. Ethan Johnson, your batter.
Strike.
Let's see how this affects the defense, switching to a ball with a little bit of a different tone. These are all stars. That shouldn't affect them too much.
The pitch is a little.
Wonder if it'll affect the pitcher switching
Yeah.
balls here, maybe more than anything else. Wow.
That's a strikeout there.
Now, I probably want to throw a few warm-up tosses with these balls. That didn't look comfortable.
No, both pitches were a little bit lower and a little outside there.
Let's get him.
It's the second out of the inning, and now a big spot here early for Kyle Bora in the 6th hole.
'Cause you definitely want to make sure you're bringing back up the top of your lineup because you want to kind of keep equal this game. You don't want to winning the inning, as we always talk about, is really important in this pivotal game 3. Or at least keeping it, tying the inning, I guess, in this case. That's going to be in the direction of Casey Krause. It bounces off his legs. He's got it. Kyle Bora with the run scored.
There's a lot of room over there. When that ball hits off of Casey, there's a lot of room over on that side, it seems like.
Oh, as I call it, campfire defense is what I call that, DB. You have 4 guys who are essentially around the ball. The ball was in the middle of them. You had Martis was around, Krause was around, Jeffries and D. Smith, and the ball pretty much was right in the center of them. I call it campfire. You never want to have that.
Well, as long as you communicate, you don't mind players flocking to the ball, but somebody's got to take charge and try to go in there and get it.
Because that was a ball that probably should have been usually a routine play for Casey.
Instead, it's a 5-4 game now, and here's Eric up representing the tying run.
Yep, Eric Rodriguez. This is what you didn't want if your team blew. Oh, vicious cut there. That's a shot. That's going to be almost to the back where D. Smith is. Bounces over his shoulder while he's standing up. That's a run scored.
There you go.
That ball probably tracked about 150, 145 right there. He said the bounce was so high. And we got another goal, DB, right in the soccer goal back there.
So he ties the game. There's the equalizer. 5-5 now. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the first. And there's what we were talking about earlier. Eric Rodriguez, don't tell him this is just an exhibition. He was selected last year. He was unable to make it, and so he's been waiting a couple of years now to get down here and show out, and he's doing that. And he's a winner. He doesn't ever want to. He doesn't care if it's a game in the backyard or if it's the World Series championship game. He wants to win, and his teams usually do.
7 straight times now, huh?
7 straight championships with 2 different teams. If he can get his 8th next year, he'd be the record holder.
Tanner Garrett steps out, foul tip. And Nestor Gonzalez, the catcher, coach for Team Red, is able to get back to the pitcher, Fonzie. And we are set with strike 1. Here's the next pitch. That ball's popped up a shot down the middle over John Margis.
That's a Tanner Gears ball right there. That's the kind of hits you expect to see from him. High, hard, and up the middle.
Brandon Chester made an effort on that one, but not quite enough.
So the first inning goes to Team Red. They're up 6-5 now, looking to add on here. Mark Morris.
Here's Mark Morris. What's different when you mentioned is Eric didn't make it to this game last year. Tanner wasn't selected, even though Mark was selected. He didn't play, so it's the first time for the first 3 hitters for the Red team, even though 2 of them were selected last year.
That's correct, and of course, Ethan was selected last year, and he wasn't able to make it. So
that's going to be a grounder to Casey Krause. He's going to, goes off his foot. And man.
Balls are hitting Casey Krause in just about every part of his body, and he's not corralling. He's not getting enough on him. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, any other runner, John Martis has a chance to the ball. He does get there, but Mark, like I said, we talk about again the speed portion of this Red team. got some speedsters here, and you see the top two in the lineup. And definitely when you have Mark Morris running, you cannot bobble the ball, cannot miss it.
You want Casey Krause in the game for his bat, but I almost wonder, you know, if you don't put Darius in there at that short left spot, he was on fire, and you get him and Castaneda on the field together, you got it made.
And some days, you know, Casey Krause is usually one of the best defenders in the league. But
Absolutely.
But some days, you know, it's becomes mental. Some days you don't have it out there, and hopefully, you know, he can pick it back up here for the blue team. But right now, struggling. He's gonna get another opportunity here on a slow grounder by Zach Ramble. He's going to get that one.
There we go.
That's more to form for Casey Krause there.
That's clean, and that will end the inning. 6 on the board for Team Red, and it is 6-5 Red after 1. Your score after 1 inning, Team Red 6, Team Blue 5. And you can hear that the intensity's picked up. This almost reminds me of the third game last year when we did USA versus Texas.
Yeah.
There's a bigger crowd here. They're into it. The teams are into it. They know this is the last game.
You know, it's the last game, especially, you know, the bragging rights last year is a little state pride. This year it's, you know, a little team pride.
Oh, I'm sorry. Correct that. 7-5 Team Red. It was. I missed Mark Morris's run. Thank you to our official scorekeeper, Katie Mathita, for having my back.
Yep.
So
7-5.
7-5.
So talk about winning the inning.
7.
After that, we're going to the bottom of the second.
Did he say 16?
Red team won the inning.
You're good, Fonzie, but you ain't that good.
So it is 7-5, in fact. They scored 7 runs in that inning.
And then we're going to get up here. I'm pretty sure it's Casey Krause coming up to the plate. So Casey Krause will lead off the inning for Team Blue.
You make the last out, you have the first at bat here. So let's see what Casey can do.
He's able to score his last time up. That ball's going to be hanging up on the right side. And it's going to go foul.
Ooh.
Yeah, it dropped about the 55 feet mark, but squibbled outside the lines, and that's a foul ball.
Well, and when you see a right-handed hitter hit a short, high pop-up to the right field side, a lot of times it's going to have spin on it. It's either going to hit and kick toward the line or kick back toward the 40-foot line.
And those balls are always dangerous. Casey was about to touch the base before that ball even dropped.
Those are some of the toughest to play. In the old school, the Kansas All-Stars were great at that. Popping up balls to the right field side and they would hit and they would bounce just about anywhere. Doug Biggins was one who did it all the time. I remember because I had nightmares about it playing short and straight up the middle, and you just knew if it hit in a 3 on that right field side, you better get to a 2 using Midwest zones. You better get toward that line because it was going to kick toward the line.
Yeah, you know, that ball had a lot of spin in English to it, rolled out.
He could do it. Stambaugh, John Parker, all of those old Kansas All-Stars. And Jared used to pitch to him.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, strike 2 there.
Yeah, he had taken the first one.
That ball's a shot up the middle.
That's
Zach
solid.
Ramble has a chance, but
he called him safe. Called him safe.
that was a close play. Oh, Nestor Gonzalez is charging out. So.
He's not happy about that one.
Yeah, he's going to. Jason Price going to go check it. It was a bang play, DB.
Now we had one reversed last game. Boy, that was tight. That was, and the ruling on the field was safe.
It's an incredible effort by Zach Ramble. You know, like we just talked about Casey Krause being, speed here. Casey Krause, one of the fast runners. That ball hung up in the air for quite some time, went pretty deep.
Yeah, that was a good hit. That's why you want him in the batting order, man. Zach made a heck of a play on that ball.
Jared and Book are talking that it looked like he, set up while he was still kind of trapped on his body.
Yep.
So the up came before the ball was really actually clean.
So, yeah, you got to make sure. I think Jason Price was able to catch that, and Jono kind of pointed out, too.
That's a veteran move. Sometimes, hey, look, the umpire's not supposed to judge when you say up. That's for your teammates to let them know that the play you got the ball, but don't truck me or something like that, But there's nothing in the rule book that says you can't say up before you have the ball up, as soon as your hand touches it. And I won't say I never did that and never got calls doing that.
Oh, that ball's a shot. That's going to be deep over into the direction of Mark Morris. He bobbles it, and he's never able to get it. Get that run. That ball, that was now. That's what ball that I'm sure Mark Morris wants back. So you can see he's frustrated with himself as he gets up, but it's a run scored on a run, a hard hit ball by D. Smith.
And Mark Morris has a high beat ball IQ. He'll go back and he'll look at the film and he'll know that's going to bother him for a little while. But in the moment right now, you just got to forget about it. Is this a tight game now as we're tied 7-7, 2 in a row on the board for the Blue.
And now you got Johnny Ma back up, representing the Philly Fire. They get a new ball in there. That ball was about... And the shelf life of that ball is done. Now we have a new ball. Jared getting a couple warm-up tosses with it.
All right, we're setting the field. Faces, please. Thank you. Play. Set. Ready. Hit.
That's going to be an opposite field hanger, right side. Oh, Cowboy had a chance, but not quite in time. Man,
yeah, they're making these plays close, but these balls are in the air, man. He's getting them on top of the bats, and so that's detracting from the amount of time that they have to make a play. They got to wait for the ball to come down. Boy, they're getting close, like you said. All right. Blue team back on top, 8-7. Still nobody out. This is starting out resembling more the game last night than the game earlier today.
100% DB, and now you got Brandon Chesser up. Is the red team or the blue team here? You gotten runs from everybody in the lineup except for Brandon. He didn't score the first time, but let's see if we can get himself on the board here.
Faces, please. Thank you.
And we're going to fix a base.
Yep, third base. Now we're in business. So third base is now operating.
Thank you.
Look. That base needs turning.
Base, I think, is facing the other way, so we're going to...
Can you turn that base this way?
Want to make sure that everything's right for the hitter.
All right.
Before
we're situated. Cords in, base is set up the right way.
Game
and
on.
Here comes the pitch. That ball's outside on Chesser for strike one. Opposite field shot past Randy George. Direction Cowboy hits his hand. He's crawling for it, will not get there in time.
Oh, these archers need to be clean. Need to be clean on the pickups here. He would have had him if he was able to get more than the hand and get that thing off the ground. I know it's easy for us to say from back here.
Yeah, it's definitely a play you would expect Cowboy to make. He rolls to him, rolls in between the legs of Randy, rolls past Randy George. George's chance at the ball is minimal. So yeah, it's definitely a play that Cowboy has to make in these games.
I heard Randy talk. I couldn't tell if it came off of him or not.
I think he went by him clean.
Oh, okay. So no deflections.
Yeah.
4 straight runs on the board here to start the top of the second. It's 9-7 now, blue team.
Should have had that problem.
Okay, we're setting the field. Faces, please. Thank you.
Now you got Cody Jeffries up here. You bring up the top of the lineup. Ball's walloped in the direction of Eric Rodriguez. Goes off him. Bounce off him. Mark Morris is charging for it, but will not get there in time.
You got to hit the ball hard to get it to bounce off Eric Rodriguez, and that's exactly what he did. Cody scores. That's 5 in a row.
You can tell by the way that sounded off the bat, that was going to be a tough shot to make.
Tell you what, both of these teams are going to do this. I think it's going to come down to who makes the big-time defensive plays to stop these runs, these rallies. You got 5 straight in here.
You got to find out here if you're the red team, because this is the longer you leave Jared out here to cook, the worse it gets for you if you're in the red side.
Right.
Because now you got his guys up essentially. You just had Cody Jeffries. Now you got Gerald Dykes coming up here right after that.
He's the only one who hasn't hit yet in this inning, and he's the only one who hasn't scored yet in this inning.
That one's going to be down the line. Stays fair.
Forget it.
Now. Yeah, not a chance. Mark Morris made an effort, but not with Dykes running.
He did not miss that base.
Yeah.
Tackled that one hard.
Yeah, if he'd have missed that one, he'd had the same result he did in the first inning. But no, he did not.
11-7, and they just ran through their order to start out this inning. 6 for 6.
Yeah, he poked that ball hard and deep down the left field line. And it bounced out once it got past the base.
Still nobody out.
Now you got Casey Krause. Motions for his base check. We'll get this first pitch pass ball. I thought he looked like he was in a swing for a second. I was like, maybe I got a little too early there, DB. And no, he takes the pass ball as usual there in that
I wouldn't
first pitch.
change any routine if I was him. There you go.
That ball's popped in the air down the right side over Kyle Bohr. Oh my goodness, what a play almost made by Zach Roman, but he can't get there.
And that's the second time in this inning he's come close on a ball hit by Casey.
Yeah, it was shot by Casey Krause, but DB in the backside of that play that was almost made there. Zach Roman was playing the center. He ran all the way over, and the ball actually bounced up into his midsection. He almost had it. He had an answer, but couldn't hold on to it.
This is one of those patented Jared Woodard runs here, 7 in a row to start the inning with his offense. And it's 12-7.
And
So
right now,
there's the 7 right back that the Team Red scored.
right now, all these balls are going in direction on the opposite field like he found the spot last night. And if you're the defender out there, if you're Kyle Bohr, he's finding you. You got to make some plays.
Yeah. Once you make a play or two, maybe he stays away from you for a little while. But.
Yeah, it's like a bully. You got to get him off of you. You got to make him stop picking on you.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got David Smith up here. He just took strike 1. And strike 2.
Haven't seen 2 strikes on a batter in a while here. He's going to take. He's going to take this one.
There's your pass ball. Now David Smith gets set back up. Bat held high. That's a shot. Almost takes Jared out. It doesn't. That ball's way past. And that ball almost took out Jared. Went past Zach. It's almost in that sidewalk area in the middle of the 2 soccer fields. Is Jordan Simpson goes and retrieves it. That's another run score for Team Blue. 8
in a row now, and it's only a 6-run spread. The problem for Team Red is that there's no outs in this inning yet.
You gotta, and we talked about, some of the balls going everywhere. We had a couple deep shots to the other side where Mark Morris is down the left. You had some shots in the direction of Kyle Bohr. Now you found a couple shots in the middle towards Zach. This ball, you got to be ready if you're in any part of the field right now because it's going any and everywhere.
Everywhere, yep. It spreads out and stretches the defense.
To quote Darnell Booker before, everywhere, guys.
Yep.
That's where it's going right now.
And it's keeping the defense moving, too.
Johnny Mall foul that back. Jason Price catches it, gets it back to Jared Woodard.
There's not much time to take a breather when on the first or second pitch they were hitting and scoring, and then the next batter's right up there in the batter's box ready to go. That's where the catcher comes in.
Pitch goes outside for strike 2. Pass ball. get one of those rare 2-strike counts. That ball's popped up. That's going to be a foul ball.
Jared knew it right away, told him to stay here.
Mark Ivy retrieves that ball. Gets it back in.
Cool little catch by Jason Price from Mark Ivy.
1 ball, 3 strikes.
They're cheering him.
Play.
Here we go.
Foul.
That's a foul ball as he stays alive.
Just got a piece of it.
Ball, 3 strikes. Play.
Share gets Johnny Mond to take a little deep breath there. Clear his head, get ready for this next pitch. Foul tip. Headed back towards us. Mike.
Well, that's why I don't toss them back, because it's somebody that did get, the furniture fights back here.
Got up close and
1 ball, 3 strikes. Play.
that ball's down the line. And Rodriguez is rolling and bounces off his knee, goes out of bounds. Oh man, that went out in foul territory after it bounced off Eric.
He booted it away, and I'll bet he's not a happy camper about that one.
He was not. As you can tell the way that ground underneath him felt him hit that ground pretty hard, so they know he's not happy about it.
Boy, that's a 3-strike hit right there. Still nobody out. 9 runs in now, and they've doubled them 14-7 here in the top of the second.
Now you got Brandon Chesser up. Scored a run this last time. He's 1 for 2 today, or 1 for 2 in this game so far.
Yeah, it's already his 3rd at bat. We're only in the 2nd.
That's going to be opposite field shot. That's going to go foul. That would have been trouble. Randy George gets it from foul territory, gets it back in to Jared Woodard. And when that meantime, Darnell Booker goes and retrieves Brandon Chester from down the third base line.
I want to thank the other members of our selection committee for doing such a great job selecting these all-star participants. Demetris Morrow, also Neil McDonald and Christina Smurs, and the big noise in his draft. We also used his fantasy draft results from the World Series as a basis for rankings, and so appreciate y'all.
Foul tip. Darnell Booker stops it from coming back here.
Demo couldn't make it out here this year, but he's been watching. I'm sure Neil McDonald has been as well. Christina is here, and the big noise is here.
And that's going to be a pass ball. Ball's hit. Sounds from under Randy George to Ethan Johnson. He picks it up. That's an out.
There's the Ethan Johnston we know. Nice and clean.
So that's the first out of the inning.
It stops the run at 9. And a sigh of relief for Team Red over there. It's nice to get that first one. They're still in this game. They've got last at bats. Now they need to get a second out here. They can't really let this get any more out of hand here already in the second inning.
You got it.
And we're going to need another ball here.
That's our second. Denver balls are.
Yeah, it took us through 2 games plus to go through the Fonzie balls. We've already been through 2 Denver balls here now.
Yeah, and then we're going to get some more sand. Got all the stuff. New balls, some more sand on the field to help out in the batter's box. So got all the changes happening here, DB.
That's good, and we've got a few balls in reserve, but that's a good enough ball, it sounds like to me. We're back to a Fonzie ball.
Well, I think they were trying to use an older Fonzie ball. That one has been used, but now Jason Price is over there pulling out some Denver balls, too.
We'll play down to our last beep, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jared takes a couple warm-up tosses with the Fonzie ball.
I want to give a shout out to the managers of Star Complex down here for doing a lot of things for us, including lining the fields and so forth. We didn't have to do that. They gave them the specs, the dimensions, and they took care of that for us and did a good job. Back to action, Jason.
Yeah, we're back to action. I think we're waiting on something else here. I think
there's a loud vehicle out there. There's a
motorcycle, something going by. So,
somebody with more money than sense.
Cody Jeffrey steps up to the plate. He fouls that foul, tips that ball back. Ball lands right by his feet. Now Darnell Booker trying to wipe the sand off the ball since they go in the newly laid down sand they just put out there in the batter's box. Swing and a miss.
So as you can hear by the tone, we're back to a Fonzie ball now. It has a little bit deeper pitch to it.
We're gonna have a pass ball. Holds the ball. Pitch coming. Strike 3. We have the 2-strike count was rare. We're at a rare 3-strike count now, DB.
Another important pitch here. A full count, 1 out. They got the last 1 out, so.
The ball is shot. Direction of Aaron Rodriguez goes off his foot. He's still crawling to get it. He has it.
Boy, he is so good at recovering. Most players don't make that play.
Once it goes off a body part, you've seen it multiple times this weekend. It's usually, that's going to be a run in the books, but if it goes off him, he has enough where he deadens the ball when it hits his body, doesn't go too far past him. Doesn't take a lot of wide ricochets.
Well, and he's not a very big guy either as far as vertically, okay? More like myself, he's a short guy, and so, there's not as much body to try to have to move around. He can be a little bit more maneuverable, if you will. And he was a wrestler in high school, too, so.
Gerald Dykes up as he takes a swing there.
And in wrestling, it's all about, leverage and angles and all of that, and so you really have to know how to position your body, and I think that's carried over for him. Plus, he played goalball.
A lot of sports experience there in the background.
Sure.
That's going to be a foul ball.
And even as a young guy, and people think Eric Rodriguez, he started playing at 13 years old, and he got really good right away. But what people don't realize is, before he was old enough to play competitively, he was around beat baseball from the age of about 7 or 8. And he was learning. I mean, we used to play around with the kids in their backyard.
Just kind of a student of the game here.
Yep.
You get another pitch from another student of the game, someone who's been around this game for a long time. Throws the ball in. That ball's going to be hit to the right side.
Crushed.
Be a chance. Oh, that Ethan Johnson a little mad at himself because even though the ball was crushed, he had his hand on it. He picks it up. Dykes is out, but nonetheless, that's a run scored for Gerald Dykes.
So add a 2-out run. That's now a 10 spot in the inning, and it's 15-7. Still top of the second. Red team still looking for that last out so that Fonzie can come up and they can do their thing. We got a long way to go here still.
Early on, we're getting these runs. So what were we, 60 and 70 in our over-under?
Well, we'll see. If the defenses tighten up or if they start subbing people in and out, we'll see what happens.
And now Casey Krause up.
This has been a long top of the second.
Yep, he's 3 for 3 this game already. Pass ball right there. He takes a typical pass ball there. I blocked it for you.
Yeah, you did good.
Now, back when I was playing for the Thunder, this was before Jared came to pitch for them. He was still with the RHI Extreme. Well, I would always take the first pitch off of Darnell Booker. And I'll tell you why in a minute.
A shot down the right field side. That ball's going to be all the way to the other field. That was a shot.
That was ripped.
Yeah, I think that ball still might be traveling, DB.
Whoa!
Yeah,
It's 9-run lead now, 16-7, and getting back to my Indy Thunders, I was like Casey. I would take the first pitch every time, but the reason why is because it settled my pitcher down. If he got that first pitch, back then, and Booker's an earshot, but I'm going to say it anyway. Back then, his first pitch could be anywhere. It could be over your head. It could be in your ear. It could bounce twice before it got to the plate. But if you took the first one, then he was usually ready to go. He'd hit your bat. So that's what I did for several years.
Made it work out, huh?
Yeah, not the same with Jared. He hits a lot of bats on the first pitch, but yeah, it made it work out.
So we got a timeout now. The red team's trying to get refocused here as Nestor Gonzalez has his defense huddled up. David Smith's on deck for the blue team, but right now this is the inning where if you're the blue team or the red team, you're like, how do we got to get out of here. We let up enough runs this inning. How do we get back on track?
Yeah, they've given up 11, and it's not like the red team hasn't done that. They did it yesterday in an inning. They got 11 in the first inning yesterday, so they know they can come back. But you want to try to shut it down here. You got a 9-run spread, 2 outs.
And the thing different about this is, it's an all-star game. So usually, in a typical game, you're looking at how do we stop the bleed? How do we make something work differently? Because you're like, maybe we got a guy that, is not one of your better hitters. But in this game, when the red team's looking for an out, they're gonna have to do it by shutting down David Smith.
Right, you're like, where's your weaker hitter? There, you look around and there isn't one. You got Brandon Chesser batting 6th. I mean,
yeah. That's a swing and a miss. David Smith in the first pitch. Solid cut.
he's starting to get his act together. He's making better contact here, D. Smith is.
He's 3 for 3 in this game as well. And that ball's rope down the other side.
No, that's gone.
Oh, no, that ball shouldn't be deep. That's a little revenge there, a little behind the scenes. That ball was hit by David Smith. Ethan Johnson hit it, stopped it, but it bounced off his body. So he had a chance in that play. In practice, when we had our October practice, there's a ball that Ethan Johnson robbed David Smith of what should have been an easy run. So he got his revenge there. He got his ball, his run back there.
Was that the play they were talking about where Ethan made a spectacular one? I heard of that. Of course, I wasn't there to see it, but I heard about that afterward.
Yeah, no, it was one of the more spectacular plays I've seen in the Archer scrimmage in practice. And I think, he got even now finally. I think they're even.
Archer scrimmages and practices have stepped it up a notch to a new level with some of the additions now with what you already had. So
now we bring in John Margis. Strike one. It's a foul tip. Strike one as David Smith goes 4 for 4 so far this game. John Margis looking to join him here. He's 3 for 3 so far this game.
And he's one of those Margis who's maybe gotten put out once this entire tournament.
Another shot on that right side. Gonna give another chance to Ethan. That goes through his legs this time over to the other field. He's safe.
Man, they're pouring it on. 13 in the inning now. It's 18-7.
Try to find his hat. Mark, he's just trying to find his hat. Yeah, he's just trying to find his hat.
And this is the third of 3 games, so that means that these teams have played together for 2 games already. So they're getting used to even more used to their pitcher. You would expect the level of play and the consistency to go up as this showcase goes on, and that's exactly what you're seeing. And Jared's not missing.
No, he's not missing any bats. Like I said, we talked about how rare we get down to 2 strikes, 3 strikes. Usually these are first strike, second pitch hits going on today in this game. Sets the pitch. That ball tails outside. He's trying to hit that. He's found something again. I know we talked about he's been spraying the ball, but right now he's trying to utilize that right side. That ball almost hits him. He moves out the way. Zach Rambo goes over it, bounces off his hands. Mark Morris has a chance. Nope, not in time. Brandon Chester with the run scored.
Wow. So that's the 19th run of the game, and that's the 14th run of the inning. And so with that 14th run, Team Blue matches the largest single inning of any inning in the showcase by either team, matching what the red team did in the bottom of the 5th yesterday, which won them the game. This one comes in the second, a 14 spot.
And we're still in the top of the second. So if you're just joining us, top of the second, big lead out here for Team Blue as Cody Jeffrey steps into the play. He's the leadoff, the top of the lineup for Team Blue.
It's good. Oh, that. Just a little.
Jared Woodard showing you why he is tied for the youngest person ever to be inducted in the NBBA Hall of Fame. Tied with Kevin Simpson, and I'll take the opportunity, I know he's either watching or going to be at some point, to say hello to my friend and former teammate and broadcast partner Kevin Simpson from right here in San Antonio.
Oh, that ball's fouled back. Two guys who, we talk about pitchers, are probably 1A, 1B, or top of that class.
Sure, I think you could put our official scorekeeper's father in that list too. Frank Mathena would probably be at the top of the career pitchers in this sport. I wasn't privileged enough to see him pitch very often because he retired in 2001.
That ball's going to be an opposite field shot. Direction to Kyle Bohr. He kicks it. Oh, what's off his foot. Oh. That ball was bounced off his leg while it was in the air. Only person who had a chance there, Ethan Johnson, would have came up, but that was going to be a tough play as well.
Boy, this has been a freight train. Between these two outs now, 15 runs, and Team Red finally calls timeout to try to stop the bleeding here.
I think you're going to put Justin Rhines out there now. I think we talked about earlier that Jared seems like he's found, which is usually, from perspective, really hard to say we're going to pick on Kyle Bohr out there, but I think he's having a tough time in that spot out there. So I think they're going to put Justin Rhines in for him to kind of see if they can change their fate.
Jared Woodard with 6 total NBBA World Championships, one with the Kansas All-Stars when he was 16 back in 2007. And then 5 in a row with the Indy Thunder, and his teams placed second twice, so 8 total championship game appearances. Kevin Simpson, I would have to do some math. I know he's got 9 championships, 7 with the Austin Blackhawks in the 90s, and then 2 more with the Blackhawks in the last decade, in 2013 or in 2014 and 15. How many second place finishes he has, I can think of at least 4. So Jared's got a ways to go to catch him.
I think you've got a little cushion.
But Jared is only in his early 30s.
Yeah, and now you got Jared showing you why he's been one of the better pitchers in this game for so long. And we got a substitution on the red side. So Justin Rhines is in for Kyle Bohr. But they also made some defensive alignment changes. So Ethan Johnson stays in the game but moves into that middle right position. And Justin Rhines is playing deep right.
So they moved moved Ethan up to Kyle Bora's spot there, and then they put Rhines in Ethan's spot.
Yes. So now you got Gerald Dykes up. Like I said, you're looking for some relief to get out of this inning.
Yeah, just get out of the inning. That's half the battle. I mean, they can put up some runs too, as we've seen.
foul tip off the knee of Darnell Booker over there while he's catching. 2 strikes, and we'll probably get a pass ball here. Safe to bet we will. Yep. Strike 3. So here we go.
All right, they're 1 pitch away from getting out of it.
3 strikes.
Ooh, struck him
strike
out.
out. Strike out on Gerald Dykes.
And Woodard said, "That's me." He told Gerald right away, "That's me." Those two have been together since 2016, and so that'll end mercifully for Team Red, the top of the 2nd inning. But a lot of blood on the floor. 15 runs in. It's 20-7.
So 20-7 here.
Your score going to the bottom of the 2nd. Team Blue 20, Team Red 7.
So 20-7, and you're gonna get some substitutions in. It looks like as well for Team Red at least. I would expect some from Team Blue too as well. So let's see what we're gonna change. Some changes that'll be made here.
Well, you know we've got Rhines in for Bora, but Bora was Bora in the batting order? Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
He was. Their DF's Randy George. So Rhines will be in Bora's spot, which is the 6th spot in the order.
I see White Lightning up. Dustin Youngren's up.
They might need his energy. He might be able to give them a shot of energy here with if he comes in the game, and he had a good game the last one.
So it looks like he's going to be coming in. Looks like he's going to be coming in for Ethan Johnston here in his spot in the lineup. So, yep, you can see him. The energy's flowing. He's jumping up and down, ready to go. So you got him coming up. So let's look and see what we got on the defensive side here for Team Blue. All right, so this is what we talked about. Remember the end of the last game? We talked about maybe making a move. What's going on, man?
I'm getting some stuff about my hat here, and for those who don't know, I do have my University of Alabama U of A Roll Tide. But the last I checked, they were down 7-0 to Georgia in the SEC title game. I haven't gotten an update since then.
So right now you got a couple defensive changes though too, DB. So it looks like on the left side we're gonna have Dave Sterling is in up front left. Behind him in the mid left side, or middle of the left side, it's going to be John Margis. He's kind of close to the line here, left side. Behind him, Cody Jeffries, deep left. In the center is going to be Ricky Castaneda. And on the right side, Casey Kraus moves to the right side, up front. And behind him is David Smith, deep right.
So who do we have short left now?
Darius Sterling.
There we go. I wonder if they heard us.
And someone heard.
Someone was listening to the stream or something, and
he's been as short-handed as they come of any defender out here today. So
I've got a big smile on my face right now. I'll tell y'all why in a minute.
Dustin Younger with the foul tip. Goes back.
Scoreboard update at the half. Alabama 17, Georgia 7.
Also,
we're liking that. Nice, healthy swing, though, by Younger.
Look at swing. That's strike 2.
On your toes.
That ball's cued. That's going to be in the direction of Darius Sterling. And right on the spot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right on the spot.
Wrong place to hit that. Darius has been pretty well on point all day long.
So you talk about guys who made a great impact in last year's game. We talk about John Margis on the offensive side and defensive side from last year's game. The guy who made the most putouts in the game last year was Darius Sterling in this contest.
He's going for that again.
Yeah,
he's in a competition with Erod, I think, but he's going for it again.
He's right up there.
I gotta get hats off to the coaching change there for the blue team. For Booker, he puts Darius in on that left field side, moves Casey over, and the first ball's hit to Darius, and he's clean. So props to Booker and Jared and the coaching staff.
And here's Justin Rhines. Foul tips it back.
Rhines entered last inning for Kyle Bora.
Make a play now, make a play.
That's all. I was gonna say that's a ball on the ground. He's glad that wasn't fouled.
Wanted that to go fair, or Darius would have been up there again.
2 strikes. Play.
Justin Rhines up. That ball's gonna be in the area. He charges hard on this one. He has it.
Whoa! I thought for a minute like he was overcharging that a little bit, but he knew what he was doing.
He charged.
Talking about Darius.
He charged hard at the line.
If he does it again, we've got a 12 run here because it's a 13-point spread right now. So this is now very important for Team Red. The last thing that you want is a second inning run rule in a showcase.
And I know we talked about you last night about the improvements that Darius Sterling made from at the plate this year for the Austin offense. We also talked about how well he did defensively. He won a lot of defensive hardware.
They're going to have to earn this one, though. Here's Rodriguez. This is the moment of the game, in my opinion, so far.
Pop up. That's going to be another chance.
It's going to be a chance.
He got that one too.
Oh, no! Did they give it to him?
Yeah.
They did.
He got him.
They gave it to him. The first base sideline's going crazy as that's a 3-up, 3-down hat trick inning for Darius Sterling, and we've got a 12-run rule in effect. That is a 3-up, 3-down inning and a hat trick for Darius Sterling. And as we head now into the third inning, the score is...
Oh, they're checking.
Oh, hold on a second. We're going to confirm.
Let's see if it plays.
Come on, I just announced it.
Yep, he's out.
He's out.
He called it out. He made the motion.
All right, the call is confirmed. And so your score after 2 innings, blue team 20, red team 7. The 12-run rule is now in effect. So, for those who are unfamiliar with the 12-run rule, what will happen now is, because a team is ahead by 12 or more runs at the conclusion of a full inning, the team that is trailing, in this case the red team, will resume their at-bats. The blue team will stay out on defense. The red team will use up the rest of their at-bats until they've either used up all of their remaining outs or they tie or take the lead. So as it stands now, they have 12 more outs to work with, and they're trailing by 13. If they catch up or take the lead, the blue team would then resume their at-bats until they either use those up or win the game. So that's where we're at now after 2 innings on the basis of a 15-run top of the second by the blue team, and then a hat trick by Darius Sterling, getting all 3 outs, including a pop-up by Eric Rodriguez. That might be the best inning of defense I've seen by an individual player at this showcase in the 6 games over 2 years.
Think about freshly in. Switch coaching change where he switched and brought him in, and he played that side. And they found him all 3 times.
Yep.
He found the ball all 3 times.
They put him in there on that left side, and he got tested all 3 times and made all 3 plays. So that's kudos to the coaching staff. But, I mean, it's Darius that's got to make the plays.
I mean, DB, we're going to take credit for that.
How about it? Well, and I'll tell you something else. That's great because Darius Sterling this year was the only Austin Blackhawks representative. Remember, they had several last year. Daniel Brock was involved in this. Brandon Chesser at the time was, they're not Brandon. Mike Finn. Finn, thank you, Jono. And Jono was coaching. So now we've got a big Austin Blackhawk contingent here with Sports Vision and so forth, and they came down. And so Darius, as the lone representative, is just balling out.
Hey, I do have a question. Y'all remember last year Ricky had the most runs and putouts combined?
Yes.
Who had that this year? Do y'all know?
I believe it was Casey Krause, but I would have to check.
Yeah.
It does. I think it was Casey.
I was just curious because Darius had a great series offensively this year as well.
Yeah, I would say, well, Casey.
You mentioned it yesterday. I mean, to the point where we put him at leadoff.
Yeah.
Right. But Casey had he was on all tournament on both sides, and he didn't sit much, so I believe that is correct.
Now we got Tanner Gears here.
I thought that was a cool stat that y'all had in last year.
I can't take credit for that. That's a big noise one for his fantasy draft.
Right there, guys.
Swing and a miss from Tanner Gears there.
Be ready everywhere now, right here.
Now, they got plenty of time to score runs and catch up here.
That ball's gonna be wild, but it's down third baseline. Took a drastic turn, and that's gonna be foul. Someone's going to chase it down out there because that ball's still rolling.
Well, you talk about that revenge factor coming off of last night's game. Team Blue was not happy, and they've bounced back in a serious way today. Who had 12 run on their bingo card for the showcase?
He's playing the middle left.
Now we got Tanner Gears still up. Fondy's bringing the ball back. Someone retrieved it for him. He's running back up to getting back up to the mound. 2 strikes on Tanner.
So again, technically we're in the bottom of the third now.
Pop up. That ball may stay fair. Oh, trickles out. Trickles out there.
That would have been touch and go though between Casey getting to the ball and Tanner getting to the base. What do you think?
He read that ball well.
Yeah.
He was all over it. And playing the spin. Casey
Yeah,
was playing the spin on it.
This spin, it spun and it was going out, but I thought maybe he had enough. We're talking about those balls that usually someone hits the opposite field has that cue ball effect. But that would have made, I thought it may have had enough room, but no, not quite. Not quite.
These guys have a good talk.
Yeah, we've got a Monday Night Football little setup going on here now with Jono over here joining us.
Now we need to find like you know how they do like the umpire review and you have that. We got to bring another one next year so we can have the umpire like, what would you do on that call? Because there's a couple calls I'm always looking at. I'm like, man, is that out safe?
On your toes now.
How would you rule that? But it's good to have Jono because he has a lot of expertise so to share with us too. That's a strikeout there.
That's a strikeout of Tanner Gears. That's not what you want to see when you need runs. And all of the momentum right now is on the side of the blue team at this point. We've still got a ways to go. There's 11 outs left now here in the 12-run rule. 20-7 blue team.
So now you got Mark Morris up. You know, like I said, we talked about before. You're kind of going with your horses if you're the red team. Now, you know, like we talked about yesterday that Mark, Eric.
And now you have to. Unfortunately, where they're at, the position they're in now, they have to. The blue team can be a little bit more liberal if they want to about subbing and getting people in and out if they choose as this game goes along.
The ball's in the air high. That's going to
That's trouble.
Oh,
and it kicked. He did kicked over. Yep.
And you look at the ball, DB, right now. That ball bounced out about 96 feet. The ball is like almost right next to the base when it bounced out.
Man, that would have been a perfect hit. He'll come back and do it again. Yeah, I don't know that Darius was going to get to that one.
He was over in the area. He was.
Way to read it.
Well, he would have gotten to it, but Mark Morris would have been walking back from the base.
Mark was almost to the base before hitting the ground.
Yeah. He was there, but
I told Book he would have had to catch it.
0-2 now, 0-2 on your
diving catch over there too, for the fact of it. So 0-2, or no, 1 strike here.
Should be 2.
Oh yeah, 2 strikes here. Ball's up the middle. Mark slips out the box. Oh, but he's still gonna make
he missed
it. He slipped out the box, but he still made it.
And he still scored.
Still made
What
it.
now, Booker?
I did not hear him. I did not hear him hit the base, but I guess he did. There wasn't a big reaction by the red team, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I think they were all. It was almost kind of like doom and gloom because once you saw him fall out the box, you wonder who's going to get there.
It's like, oh no, oh no, oh yes, okay.
Yeah, and that ball rolls up the middle of the field past a couple of blue defenders. And it's kind of a weird. It was almost like a sliding roll into the base there, so that's why you didn't hear a lot of impact on that base either.
So that makes the score 20-8. Still 1 out in the bottom of the third. We are in the 12-run rule, folks.
So here's Zach Rambo up.
Zach right here, guys. Let's get him.
That ball's popped in there.
That might be a chance for Darius.
It's going to be.
Not this time.
So that ball right there, Darius Sterling was the one who picked it up, even though he did not get the out in time. Zach Rambler scores. But that ball dropped on the right side. And that was a tougher play for Darius than it is the other side there. But he almost still made it.
So that cuts the lead to 11. But to be clear, once the 12-run rule is in play, getting it inside the 12-run lead won't cut it. You've got to actually come back and either tie or take the lead. So still one out in the bottom of the third. It's 20-9.
There goes Dustin Youngren. Strike one, that pitch is outside. It's finally looking for a little opposite way action there.
And Dustin came in for Ethan Johnson?
Yes.
Yep.
Balls hit high pop up. That's going to be fair. Oh. Darius Sterling almost made a double play there. Bounced it, hit him, but couldn't get it in time.
He's zeroed in, man, and it was hit high. And the only way he's going to get Dustin is if he catches it on a hop.
Yeah, that's, like I said, you get some, you can tell when you have a defensive player locked in, and to make that play close, kudos to Dustin Younger on that run, but kudos to Darius Sterling on making that play, making that even interesting right there.
Unfortunately, I don't remember Darius getting an at-bat in this All-Star Showcase, and unless they come back and take the lead, I don't think he's going to.
No, I don't think he's
Unless Jono can correct us, I don't think Darius has gotten an at-bat.
No, I don't think he's
No.
He's the only one, maybe.
He's going to bat for Brandon, but 12 runs.
Right.
Yeah,
So here's-
batted him this game.
So here's Justin Rhines here.
Strike! You ready, guys?
That's a swing and a miss there.
Strike!
That's another pitch. The pitch was a little over the bat there.
It is
Strike
Wow,
two.
Darius.
It is rare but not unprecedented that a team bats themselves out of the 12-run rule. Fonzie's been on a team I know that's done it. I saw it happen in 2015 where Taiwan had them down and they came back.
I think he did in this recent World Series a couple of times. Casey Krause would have put out there.
Right. Now look at that's it. So now he's made a play over there on the right field side, and they've got whatever was ailing them up short. They've got that figured out now. Boy, you just wonder if they'd have made that move last night, would we even be in this position?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, do we have a player down?
Yeah, we got a double call check right here. No runners up. Runners safe. Double call.
Oh, a double call.
Did he hit the base?
Yeah, he hit the base. Yeah. I got it on video.
Yeah. So we got a double call there, so runners safe.
A double call with, is that Rose and Molly out there? Or?
Yes.
Their body language said it all. You're like,
And you know, the Jets had at least one double call at the World Series this year too, and it came in a very unfortunate situation. They ended up winning that game, but
So now you bring Eric Rodriguez up. As he takes a swing. He was going for it. He was going for the lights there, DB.
so that makes the score now. I have 20-11, still one out,
Yep, 20-11, 1 out.
but that's 4 in a row now.
Foul!
Another pitch, foul tip. Strike two.
2 strikes. Play.
Jared instructs Ricky to move back a little bit. Give Eric some room. Oh, that's on the ground. Got to pick it up.
It's going to have to be Sterling. Nope. He's safe.
Yeah, I got past the track.
So ironically, that call to move the defense back probably hurt him there, because when he moved Ricky back in the middle, that ball is, once it got past Darius, Ricky would have been the closest person, but Ricky was kind of far back in the middle there.
Right. That makes it an 8-run game.
Can't predict that one, but there's just bad luck there.
And I don't know that they really moved him back from his spot. I think they moved him to his spot.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he was.
He was shallow, and Jared was trying to get him back to his mark.
Oh, they should have left him alone.
Yeah. I think that's what happened.
Well, hindsight is 20/20.
I'm glad I had to make
That's,
it.
you know, it's
Yeah.
Eric at the plate. And he's an, over 600 hitter for his career, so.
Yeah, you said hindsight. Now you can be like, oh yeah, they should have probably left him there, but no.
And we're going to get another ball now, so the equipment issues that that we weren't dealing with the first couple games have now caught up to us here. One out. Bottom third,
Yeah.
1 out.
1 out in the bottom of the third. They've got red teams putting some runs on the board pretty consecutively here, and there's Tanner Gears up.
But remember, even if they catch up, Jared and the Team Blue offense still have 12 outs in the well. I'm sorry, 9. No, 12. They didn't
Yeah,
bat
12.
the top of the third. Right, so they've got 12 outs still in the well. Let's see what happens here, though.
That ball's opposite field, direction of Casey Krause. Now near David Smith charging it. Not in time. That's a run scored for Tanner Gears. Opposite field ball, hung up in the air for a little bit, then took that pull cue spin towards the line too after that. Run scored.
Hey, after that first out of the inning by Tanner Gears, now they've run through their lineup 6 in a row, and they've all scored. And so it's 20-13, and Team Red's on a run now.
Or is it since we're in Texas, are they in the heat wave?
Yeah, well. this this time of year is beautiful, though, man. You couldn't ask for anything better. And Blue's going to call time, as announced by Jason Price.
So I'm going to try to get it set here. Mark Morris up at the plate. I guess if Booker was out now in the timeout, I guess it'd be he hits it everywhere. Speed, we got wheels. I think that's the usual phrases, I believe.
We could put together a nice long list of Bookerisms. Now, when I was playing, actually when I was pretty young playing with the Thunder back in their infancy when they first started out, his phrase was baselines and gaps, because they knew we had the middle covered. So he'd just say gaps and baselines, gaps and baselines.
Since I know we got all the Bookerisms, I'm just wondering, is there any Nestorisms? We got to have some for the other coach, too.
Oh, man. Yeah, but I don't know if we could say them on the air.
Any Nestorisms since we have Bookerisms?
Not that we can, repeat. We can start doing Bobby Knight-isms too, but I don't want to go there either.
So now we got after the blue defensive timeout here.
Mike Ditka-isms? You want to, a few of
I
those?
definitely know we probably got to stay away from those, DB. Definitely got to stay away from those for the viewing audience.
Oh, the coach, man.
And I think you have some defensive changes here because Tyler Rodriguez, I don't believe he was in before.
No.
He's in now. He's out there in that middle left position behind Darius Sterling.
Was that Cody's spot?
Cody
Jeffrey?
That ball's hit up the middle. Oh, he catching it, stops the ball, but cannot pick it up in time. Mark Morris with a run scored. Cody Jeffries is still in the game. He's playing in that deep. Now he's deep left.
So they had David Smith there.
No, David Smith's deep right.
Okay, so they moved. Okay.
So
I'm trying to figure out who they took out of the game.
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
Is Margis still in there?
No, Margis is gone, so it's Margis.
Would you like me to tell you
Okay.
and do my job? Just kidding. So what do you want to ask? As far as the
Who did
Who
Tyler
did
come
Rodriguez come in for? T.Y.
Johnny Mock.
Okay, we were right. We could have saved ourselves a lot of trouble by just asking Katie.
It's okay.
We ruled out all the possibilities, DB. We got down to the final.
I mean, you can come sit next to us if you want to.
That's going to be a foul ball by Zach Ramble. Stopped in foul territory by his pitcher, Jeremy Lopez, out there.
If you guys recognize that voice on the live stream, Katie did some play-by-play for us last year. The first and the second game, and then it was, of course, Jason and I on the third one. We figured we'd take it easy on her this time, not ask her to multi and triple task.
As that ball goes outside. Definitely trying to go to the opposite field here. And you can see that because those first 2 pitches were way outside.
Now, don't look now, but 7 in a row in for the red team, and they've cut this lead to 6.
It's a shot over Darius there on his head in the back row there. Cody Jeffries hits off of him. Oh, he's safe.
A lot of ricochets here today, but
Yeah, 'cause once that ball gets going, and this field is conducive to those hard bounces.
and Fonzie's heating up now. No pun intended, but he's heated up here.
Guess
8 in a row.
What's the
They
say?
realized they have to hit it over Darius's head.
Yeah. That was a
Yep.
good strategy for him.
And Rosie's like right there. She's like,
Cody made a good shot at it. Took a good shot.
Yeah, Cody gave himself an opportunity there in a very hard hit ball.
Bases, please. Thank you.
Now you got Dustin Youngren coming up here again.
Play. Right here, guys. Get Dustin. Right here. Go. Straight.
As he swings that bat pretty high at that one. Looks a little bit higher than his projected swing the last 2 times. Let's see if he can back down. That ball's gonna be rolling over, and this is a long, past Darius Sterling. Oh, not in time. As DB, I was ready to give the out already, and I may have
Well, that had some mustard behind it. I mean, it got on. To be fair to him, it got on Darius pretty quick.
Yeah, it got under him. I said got over, and it also had a little spin to it too.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a 4-run game.
He could have had that.
Next play, guys. Next play.
I guess also when we look at these balls, I guess we can also ask Jono, would you have yelled at Darius for missing that ball? get his perspective on that too.
Well, it's 20-16, and there's still 2 outs they need to get in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a very good likelihood that we're going to see Team Blues offense back up here at some point.
And Justin runs up, and if you're the blue team, and the red team was kind of, the energy was kind of down.
Now they're surging now.
But now you see Fonzie bouncing around on the mound, pitching,
Hitting
solid
first,
shot,
yep.
hitting first bats,
Yep.
getting good contact. So yeah, now you're seeing it because you can see the energy.
Just takes a little positive, right? A few positive things, and next thing you know, you're rolling.
Yeah, I can say there's some more positive. We got 8 runs in a row now, 9.
9 is what I count.
9 in a row.
After the first out of the inning, which was a Tanner Gears out, they've on a strikeout, they've scored 9 straight here.
And this is after the previous inning, they didn't score a run.
Right.
And so
And that's still looming large. That's right now the difference in the game, because other than that, we'd have a pretty even game going on here.
Right here, guys. Let's go. Make some plays here. Let's go. Go.
foul ball. Nestor Gonzalez gets out of the catcher stance, was able to get that one back.
Two strikes. Play. Go.
That ball's a high shot down the left field line.
That's a tough play.
Tyler Rodriguez.
What a play!
Perfectly down, robs his teammate Justin Rhines there of what would be a surefire hit for the second out this inning.
Boy, that's a few good plays T.Y.'s made this weekend here. He's come and showed out, and he was a top performer from last year. Woo!
No, he doesn't.
So 2 outs and still 20-16.
Right here. Let's get Eric, guys.
There you go, Eric Rodriguez up, 2 down. Bottom of the 3rd here. We're in the 12-run rule as well.
Thank you.
We're in the 12-run rule for now. May not be for much longer. We'll see.
Go.
That's a shot again, almost in that same exact area. Tries to have a
Tyler?
chance, bounces off his head, and goes away from him.
Oh, and he wanted it too.
Bounced right off the back of his head there. Gets away. That's another run scored.
20-17 now. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the third in the 12-run rule. Now, what happens is if they catch up, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but I think the blue team would bat their top of the third, and then we would just go on as normal to the top of the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this very many times, so I'm going to rely on the umpire if we get to that point. It's not often that you see. Usually when a team's in a 12-run rule, they don't bat out of it, or if they do, it's very late in the game. They're trying to bat out of it in 1 inning here.
Here's Tanner Gears up. Just over the bat that time. I believe Fonzie likes where they were at there. He just barely missed him. Foul tip to go back behind the plate.
And the last thing Tanner wants to do is make the last out here. He made the first out of the inning, and then he scored at least once, maybe twice in between.
Ball low and outside there for strike 3. Here we go, pressure pitch here.
I wonder if he thought that was the 4th strike, because that was a very adverse reaction from Tanner there. He's okay.
Foul ball, that's going to hit the base. Hits third, foul ball on the third base side, hits third base. Like I said, you got a lot of beat ballers out here, a lot more. So that's Megan Fink that retrieves that ball. So a lot of beat ball players, volunteers. Yeah, you just came to spectate and be a part of the event this year, too.
It's a big beat ball party, and everybody's invited. And if you can't join us on the live stream.
That ball is a shot at home. Tyler's going to get another chance. That's over his head. Past Cody Jeffries. That's going to be a run score for Tanner Gears.
And it's a 2-run game now. Still 2 outs in the third. They might be able to get out of this with only giving up 3 outs, and then, of course, the Thunder would bat their top of the third, and then we'll have to see. Somebody will have to tell us what's going on after that.
Get some explanations.
Yeah.
The reason we probably don't get that much is you're not usually having a 12-run in an all-star game where you got to get offenses calibers of scoring 12, 14, 15.
Now, I've heard back in the 90s when you had 90-foot bases and so forth, and you had balls that were hard as a rock, this would happen maybe frequently, but I can only think of a couple of times. And to be honest with you, most of them have involved the Bayou City Heat, where there's been a 12-run that's been hit out of.
Mark Morris with the ball up the middle. That's going to be all. Now it takes a cue. Wood was up the middle. Moved over to Cody Jeffries. He can get the ball in time. Mark Morris with a run scored.
And it's a 1-run game, and now Jared's moving around. I think he knows at this point that he's going to have to get back out there and pitch. It's 20-19 here. And after putting up none in the second, they've gotten 12 back here in the third.
That ball has some weird English on it. It was a high ball and it didn't go straight up the middle. It cued over to the left side, DB. Run scored. Zach Rambo up.
All right, he can tie this thing up now. And with the blue team only having 3 outs in hand in the 12-run rule. And that means it's anybody's game still if that happens.
Bases, please. Thank you.
Fonzie doing his typical bounce around. Throws the ball down.
Here, guys, let's use that.
Throws the glove close to his mouth. Sets up in the mound. Strike. That ball is way high in the air. Cody Jeffries.
That's going to tie this game.
Yep, that's a tie game.
20-20. They've come all the way back and tied it up. He's still batting here.
I think I'm going to verify with Katie here.
I believe.
2020.
2020.
2020. How ironic is that?
2020, and we're still in the bottom of the third. The Thunder have their top of the third that they still have to bat, but now, all of a sudden, this is This is anybody's game again. Speaking of anybody's game, 9 minutes left in the third in Atlanta. Alabama 17, Georgia 10. Roll Tide.
Had to get that in there, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Here's Dustin Younger looking to keep the game rolling for his team right
I want
now.
to thank my buddy back in Illinois, Mike the Hoodlum McGlashan, NBBA Hall of Famer, for that update.
Ball's cute. That's going to be a fair ball. Still in fair territory. Casey Krause had a chance, went off his fingers, and Justin Younger was able to beat him. And now he gives the red team the lead here.
Gives the red team the lead again. There are three outs that the Thunder still have in hand, or the blue team. I've done it twice now in this inning.
That was
Jared and Booker and Cody and Gerald Dykes all on that team. I've got Thunder on the brain here.
that was gonna. Casey, that's gonna be a tough play for him, but he almost got it there. Now Casey Krause is adjusting his mask, but we're getting time for right there. Now, that ball hung up for a while, took a spin towards the line. Casey made it interesting. It was a tough play, but nonetheless, runs scored for Team Red. Now to give them the lead. Will look like doom and gloom probably an inning to go now for Team Red. Really, momentum has really changed and shifted in this game.
I don't know what their sideline was thinking, but I don't think that Fonzie was phased at all by the 12-run rule.
He's been there before. He's
Yep.
been there, done that, so that's what you want here. A pitcher who's 12 runs. 12 runs is nothing, I guess, in his eyes.
Well, and he's used to being in games where offense rules the day.
Shot down the left side. Goes under Tyler Rodriguez, goes under Cody
Forget
Jeffries.
it.
Run scored by Justin Rhines.
So there's 15 in the inning, and I believe that the blue team scored 15 runs in the second inning to try to kind of open this up. Well, now there's 15 in the inning. It's 22-20.
That's what you want here in this key third and final deciding game. Here,
Wow.
each team has one game apiece under their belt, one win apiece under their belts, and here you go, a key game, third game of the day, or third game of the weekend. We went from a 12-run roll to now the red team up ahead.
Yeah, Fonzie Madrano has picked his team up off the mat here in this inning.
Eric Rodriguez popped up. That's going to be hanging over.
That's playable, though.
Drops. It's going to be playable for Casey Krause. He bobbles that one.
Oh, a bobble. You got to be clean with Eric. 23-20 now. Blue still looking for that final out, and so am I, because as soon as this inning is completed, I am going to return the favor from my partner here, and I am going to take a comfort break.
No, I just put on my hoodie break for like 2 seconds there, because we talked about earlier how it was, in Texas it's warm, 70 degrees, but for temperatures dropped a little bit too here in the last 30 minutes.
I am not Joe Buck. I cannot do that at the same time as a broadcast.
Gonna have you broadcasting from the bathroom here.
Yep.
And now you got Tanner Garris up. See if the red team can keep the momentum going, or can the blue team finally get this last out in this inning? It was a little inside that time. Strike three. That ball was low, almost in the dirt before it got to the plate.
One strike away from getting out of this. That's the inning, but 16 on the board, and they have come out of the 12-run rule, and it's 23-20.
Yeah, you guys came back.
So now I believe that blue team will have their top of the third, and then they will go into the top of the fourth like normal.
Actually, I got a good idea. Jason Price. Yes. You want to join? You want to give a quick explanation for us what happens now since they came out of the 12-run rule?
Yeah. So basically, since they came out, came out in the bottom of the third. So the blue team will now have the top of the third to bat, and then it goes into the fourth inning, just continuing on the game like it normally would.
So we were right. It's kind of counterintuitive, but so we'll go to the top of the third.
So basically, it's a brand new game. So I'm gonna let DB go get a quick bathroom break.
At the end of the bottom of the third, the score now stands Team Red 23, Team Blue 20. The blue team will now bat their top of the third to make up the 3 outs. We are out of the 12-run rule.
So now, kind of a little reverse here. So we know we were in the bottom of the third. Now we're going to go back to actually the top of the third. So then we'll go to the top of the fourth. So a little change here now that we're out of the 12-run rule. So your defensive lineman still here for Team Red. Let's see what they got out here. When we make the change, you got Eric Rodriguez playing short left, Mark Morris playing deep left, Zach Ramble in center. Going over to the other side on the right side, you got Dustin Youngren up front on the right side.
Christina Smurs, please report to the scorers table.
Randy George in the middle on the right side, close to the line, and then you got Justin Rhines playing deep right. Up at the plate right now for Team Blue, Casey Krause. 23-20 is the score. We're here in the top of the third. We just got out of run rule. We went from the bottom of the third to the top of the third. So Team Blue will get their third inning at bats right now. So here's Casey Krause looking to jumpstart the offense in the third. He will take a pass ball to lead off the bat. There you go, Booker. Ball rolls back here towards the scorers and commentary table. It's a shot on the right side, past Dustin Youngren on the right side. Past Justin Rhines blocks it, but cannot make the play. He knocked it. He stopped the momentum of the ball, but couldn't get it to it in time. Casey Krause with a run scored. That ball was hit hard. Now you got D. Smith coming up. He's not. So Casey Krause has not been retired this game. That moves him to 4 for 4. And also D. Smith coming up. He's 4 for 4. He's not been retired in this game as well.
Quiet, Team Blue, quiet.
23-21 the score. That ball's a high one up the middle. Still hasn't come down yet. Over Dustin Younger as he runs. Save. That ball was as high as the light pole here in San Antonio, Texas, as D. Smith brings his team one run closer to tying this game. Now you got Tyler Rodriguez coming up to the plate for Team Blue. Score is 23-22. I think he's trying to find his bat here. Trying to find looks like it's a 35-ounce Black Max will do here in this situation. I think they're still trying to find. don't think you could find the bat he was using before, but I think they're trying to track it down here. There's some shenanigans with the bat as his bat was on the other side of the field this time. But I think he has it, ready to go. We got a loud vehicle, motorcycle coming by. Team blew up. Jared Woodard on the mound. Darnell Booker catching.
Hey, Jason.
Another loud vehicle rolls by.
They've been having problems.
And here's Tyler Rodriguez. Made a great defensive play last inning. Ball's fouled back. He's made a few good defensive plays this weekend.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Oh, you did an okay job. You did an okay job over there, Jono.
Yeah, Tyler's had a good.
That's going to be past Jared, the middle. Zach Rimble lays out. He has it for the out. That ball took a pad, went right by Jared Woodard's right leg and rolled straight up the middle of the field. Tyler Rodriguez can get there in time, as Zach Rimble was able to make the put out for the first out of this inning. Now up for his first at bat of the weekend, but don't think he's not been busy on the defensive side. Darius Sterling from the Austin Blackhawks. He's made a great number of putouts, including in the second inning of this game, made all 3 putouts for his team.
Yeah, she was working on the lights. The person that was running it.
Because we're starting into the twilight hours here. The sun starts going down here in San Antonio at the Star Complex.
And yeah, the 2 main lights that were working last night are not working tonight, so this could be interesting.
Oh man!
Yeah, those 2 right there.
So hopefully they get that figured out here. I think we have some light issues. Darius Sterling with the swing and a miss at his first at bat.
All right, I got back in time for Darius Sterling's first at bat of the showcase. He's been the defensive star for the blue team.
Wait.
You can tell they're still working on the rhythm there. He's gonna take a pass ball here. See if they can figure it out. Swing and a miss there. Mighty strong cut right there.
Takes 1, baby. Same swing. Same swing.
So that's strike 3. And strike 4 there. So 2 outs in a row there after getting the first 2 in to make it 23-22. Blue team need Cody Jeffries to come through here so they can tie up the game in here in this top of the 3rd.
Oh my goodness, otherwise we'll go to the top of the 4th and we'll have a whole new ball game here. Who would have thunk it?
Man, like I said, about 30 minutes ago, DB, we were in a whole different scenario. Now we're here with this game, and the balance has shifted. Let's see if Cody Jeffries can tie up this game here. He's pretty much picked up where he left off at the World Series in this whole season. So let's see if we can keep that continuing here in this All-Star showcase today. That ball's fouled directly back into the glove of Darnell Booker.
Do you want to swing or you just hang out? Okay, that's cool. You're good.
1 strike.
Molly won't.
Wait.
Let's see if we can bring up Dontre Hunt, who's in the on-deck circle for Team Blue. Has the ball. Hold.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, and we'll repeat.
I think there was something audibly on the defense that threw off.
Okay, encroachment on the defense then. And Jason Price admonishes them to not talk while the delivery's in progress.
Now we got the carts behind us in action.
As twilight begins to set in San Antonio, Texas.
Ball is shot down the right side. Randy George won't be able to get there. Justin Ryan trying to slide over. He's not going to get there either. Cody Jeffries with a run scored.
23-23 now. And if you turned away from this game 20 minutes ago and you're just now turning back, you're in for a surprise. The big lead is gone. It's 23-23.
23-23. Dontre Hunt coming up to the plate for the blue team. Now everything's starting to go on DB. We got lights, golf carts, all the action.
It's a busy Saturday here in Texas, not only with soccer, there's plenty of UIL football still going on across the state. Alabama still holding a 17-10 lead at last check over Georgia.
I don't think Dontre Hunt would be happy about there. He's a Georgia native, so
I don't think he cares at this point. He's got a chance to give his team the lead.
He takes a swing, and that ball.
I was ready. It got deflected by a table leg and totally another direction.
Had a chance for prime time out here, DB.
I was going one-handed.
Swing and a miss there on Dontre Hunt. Strike 2. Jared trying to make the adjustment, get his feet set up in the box. The lone Atlanta Chaos representative in this game today. Pass ball there.
But you got two former Atlanta Chaos players on hand with Cody Jeffries and Justin Howland.
And that ball's smashed down the wave foul. He was way late on that one, but man, almost.
The concession.
Yeah. Need some help from concession. I saw Jeremy Lopez take off to go get the ball. I haven't seen him sit, so that ball hit way foul.
Relax, baby, you got this.
Just to say it was good. I get one of the fruit cups though, DB. I missed out on those. I think they sold out of those. There's some kind of festive fruit cups I missed out on earlier.
I had a nice big breakfast this morning, courtesy of the Residence Inn and Suites Alamo Heights at the airport. Had a full complimentary breakfast buffet going on. You know, there's some World Series sites where we wish they would have that for us.
Yeah.
West Palm Beach was a good example. Man, how about $24 for a buffet breakfast?
Oh, man.
And that's it.
Yeah, strike. Hey, fortunately,
Yep. Inning over. So, hey, look at this now. We'll go to the top of the fourth. We're halfway through, and we got a brand new game. Nothing decided, tied at 23. After 3 innings complete, the score, Team Red 23, Team Blue 23.
There you go. Tie game. Like I said, very different game than we had a few minutes ago, but exciting. This is what you want here. This is what's said. Game 3, the rubber match. Team Red took the first one this weekend. Team Blue took the second one. And now you got the third game tied going into the 4th inning.
Team Blue won the first 2 innings of this third game, and then Team Red came back with a vengeance, and now here we go, starting the top of the 4th. Everybody's made up their outs, and their at-bats. 12-run rules, a happy memory, and we got a tie game.
Casey Krause up here to start this top of the 4th. His bat has been hot all day. They have not retired him in this game so far.
And for those, there's been a lot of talk about doing away with the 12-run rule or modifying it to a mercy rule. Here's Exhibit A why maybe you don't do that.
Yeah, because you would definitely change the complexion of this game today. I think it's my second put out of the weekend, DB. Got two in the books.
He couldn't have done it any better if he'd rolled it to you.
You heard the grunt there as that ball smoked down the line. Justin Rhines had the chance. Can't get it in time. Stopped it, but could not get his hands on it before Casey Krause gets to the base.
Blue team back on top, and Casey Krause, for some of the struggles he's had on defense with his bat, not so much. He has been near perfect, at least in this game.
Here's another guy near perfect. So the next three batters here in this blue lineup, they're the 3, 4, 5 hitters, have not been retired the whole day. So Casey Krause keeps it going for him in that 3 spot. Let's see if D. Smith haven't been retired this whole game.
Yep.
Here's D. Smith up here, David Smith in the 4 spot. See if he can keep his perfect game going today.
This has definitely been the strength of their lineup. This game has been the 3, 4, 5 spots. So 24-23 now.
He's like a mighty cut there, almost lost his balance there.
Your 70 over-under is looking pretty good right now.
Oh yeah, no, we're in good territory, but we thought we were yesterday in that 4th inning. I think yesterday changed the whole projection, so you never know in this game.
And here we are in the 4th again today.
Pass ball. Balls hit to the right side over Randy George. That reminds, right through his legs. Right.
It ran to the wrong base. Took 2 steps to the wrong base.
Got lucky on that one because David Smith did run in the direction of third base for a second, corrected himself, had to go back across.
Yep.
And that ball, Justin Rhines had a chance and it went right through his legs.
D. Smith said, "Give me 3 steps, mister," toward the right base. And he scored there. It's now it extends to, what, a 3-run lead?
Yeah, 26-23.
26-23. Meanwhile, heading to the 4th in Atlanta, 20-10. Alabama leads.
That could really shake up the whole playoffs at college
Could make
playoffs.
for some real controversy, I'll tell you what.
As Tyler Rodriguez steps up, no controversy in the weekend that he's had this week.
No.
Good weekend defensively, good weekend offensively. He's in now for John Margis. That's going to be a pass ball on the 3rd pitch. Two strikes. Two strikes.
And he's taking his pass ball, so he's got to swing now.
Foul ball. 3rd strike there as that ball rolls back in foul territory on the left side. Darnell Booker grabs the bat of Tyler Rodriguez, leads him back to the plate. Jared Woodard has the ball on the mound. Steps up to the mound. Here for this pivotal pitch. 3 strikes, 1 ball. And it's a strikeout. That's a rarity here.
So that's 1 out in the inning. I believe, yes.
Yep, and
He wasn't there for that instruction.
you got Darius Sterling up here again in the 2nd at bat. Struck out the last time. Let's see if we can get on the board this time.
Yeah, that's fine.
As Gerald Dykes goes and helps Sterling to the plate. He also gives us some advice here. We probably trying to help him figure out his timing here. You know, Gerald can probably help him out more than any other player in his team when working with Jared Woodard here at the mound.
There you go.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
Oh, and Jared takes one.
Got the timing figured out.
Yeah.
Right back at him.
Timing's definitely figured out. I don't know how that felt for Jared there, but that timing was figured out. Hits that ball square in the middle, square at Jared Woodard. Jared couldn't get out of the way of that one. That was coming too fast and heavy.
Jared, some folks will remember, in 2022, early in the season, had his jaw broken by a line drive off the bat of Adam Rodenbeck in a tournament game in Indianapolis.
And, you know, from a pitcher standpoint, and, you know, you don't see it as much. Like, you see Jared now after that wears a mask or wears a helmet. Fonzie still does not wear it. So
a lot of pitchers don't like doing it, and there's no rule that says you have to, and that's something that is also being, I think, discussed as well.
It's player safety. I know, of course, Archer's pitcher, Johnny Walker, wears like the hockey mask. So you have various of different masks. How even Mike Curtis, Archer's pitcher, now wears a mask as well. So it's just, it's 50, probably about 50-50 this year. I saw a lot more people start wearing masks. Because the best pitcher in the game can get hit and break his jaw broke.
Live on a live stream for everybody to see. Yeah.
I think they'll change some attitudes about that.
Perfect timing, boss. Perfect timing.
It's rare. Now, the old school folks would say, well, wait a minute. Pitchers have pitched for 50 years in the league, and it's been
There's a pass ball.
All right, now he's getting deeper into counts, though, with some of these batters than we've seen earlier.
I know Jared's used to facing a lot of batters. I know we haven't played a full week of beat ball, but you still have to think in the 3-day span when you see this many batters.
Yeah.
Is there anything of fatigue here between Jared or Fonzie?
Could be. They'll never admit it.
There's a ball up the middle there. It's going to go past. Oh, off Zach Ramble. That's going to be safe for Darius Sterling.
So he'll add a run to a list of accomplishments. He's now 1 for 2 on the day. 27-23, still one out.
Now you got Cody Jeffries coming up. That's a big run there. You bring up the top of your lineup
Good hustle,
again.
baby.
Oh, then you know what? If that's at the top of their lineup, then I think we're off by one. That might have been 26 there. Katie, was that 26 or 27 for them?
It's 26.
26. So now it's 26-23.
Okay. Now we're at 26-23. Cody Jeffries up for Team Blue. Swing and a miss by Cody Jeffries there as the ball goes a little outside. Foul tip back to Darnell Booker there. Strike 2. We'll get a pass ball here more than likely. Yep, as he has his lead hand off the bat near his side. There's a pass ball.
And it's not just the pitcher's fatigue you have to worry about, but when batters become fatigued, their swings tend to become inconsistent. They'll drop the bat head.
The ball's going to be a dribble. Eric Rodriguez is coming up, charging up there. He has the pull.
He does not have the play. Wow.
That's,
yeah.
And he, can tell he's frustrated himself for not having that one. It's Cody Jeffries. He gets on the board, puts another on the board for Team Blue. Eric Rodriguez, he came over, was on top of the ball. We were just waiting for him to pull it up, but couldn't get a firm grasp on it.
And now we're getting some friendly banter back and forth as they chide Eric a little bit for missing that one.
Chubbs, 90%. You don't got to hit a home run.
27. Now it is 27-23. I'm sorry we were off by one before, but it's tough when we got runs coming in.
We had runs, especially over 3 games now, DB. I think we've had every score has been, someone's had at least 30 runs in each of the games.
That's
There's
correct.
nothing we can do.
And, oh, so is Lisa back out there spotting now? All right.
Lisa's back out there. So the Spires, you got Lisa. You got Mike Beatty out there for the red team out there spotting. The Lights are having a little issues here.
Well, not only that, but the ball is getting quiet, and we're running out of good ones. And I think that's the concern.
That may kill another one away. That may be a home run. I think that is a home run, DB, by Dontre Hunt.
Gone! How about that? Who had Dontre Hunt home run on their bingo card?
The first home run in All-Star game history right there.
It is the first home run in the history of the All-Star Showcase, and it's hit by the last player selected in the process this year, Dontre Hunt. How about that? Put 2 on the board for Dontre, and he says, all right, if the ball's too quiet, if the Lights are messing with the spotter, I'll just hit it over everyone and make it a non-issue. Oh, they're going to say now it's not a home run.
Oh, man.
Well, Jason called it a home run.
Oh, well, we celebrated like it was one.
It was the closest we've had to a home run, but we'll have to take that off back. And, you know, there's no walls in beep ball, so it's not always that clear. And Jason initially called it a home run.
Because he checked with his, I think he checked with his umpire. I guess maybe they ruled it not go over the line.
Oh, man, I'd have given it to him anyway. Stay with the call. But as it is, all right, well, that's one very loud run. All right, you guys. Oh, man, 28, though. 28-23.
That was a loud one run. DB, that ball probably went about, since it wasn't a home run, it was probably 168. It had to be in that vicinity.
We all thought it was. Oh, man.
As that ball is a pass ball for Casey Krause.
They got time.
They got time out there again.
Yeah. They called time. With
I think John Oto Dontre didn't have to hit a home run. He almost did.
Yeah, I told him if he swings easy, he'll hit.
Yeah.
He'll hit hard, right?
Yeah.
Because he was over swinging that last step.
Clean swing there. Casey Krause trying to join him in that home run club looked like on that swing.
Yeah, this is what you don't want, though. You don't want players to start over swinging trying to hit home runs. That's not the point of beat baseball. It's always fun, but
Ball's fouled back. He shakes his hand out there. I think he got that little off the handle.
man, I thought he had it. Well, it would have been something else. And you know, his performance has been something else anyway, Dontre Hunt.
And this one, when we talk about showcase, you have a guy who you said the last guy selected.
Yep.
You get a chance to showcase a guy who doesn't get a lot of acclaim. You don't hear a lot about him before the World Series.
Because he plays on a team that hasn't traditionally finished in the top half, so yeah. This is arguably the biggest stage he's played on.
So it's a foul tip as Jason Price checks with the base flipper Mike Curtis back
Oh,
there.
there was a foul tip on that
Yeah.
one, so that was not a strikeout.
Casey Krause will reset the plate. Puts his bat there.
Yep.
Sets back up. The ball's hit on the ground.
It's got to be Eric.
Nope, that's going to be Zach Arambula.
All right, but Arambula backs him up.
Well, that ball was hit on the right side on the ground
Okay.
in the direction of Dustin Youngren. And Youngren had the first shot at it, he missed it, and it went to Zach Arambula back there in the right center location.
Gotcha. All right. So that is out number two. Out number two.
So the only person on their team that's got perfect is D. Smith because Casey that broke his perfect bat.
Sure.
Oh, yep.
So that would have been, yep, and Katie gives us the update that breaks his perfect streak. So David Smith is the only one in the game now for the blue team that has scored every time he's been up to the plate.
And here he comes up here trying to keep it going there and trying to keep this inning going as well.
Yeah, this is by no means a safe lead.
That ball's roped over left center. Heard the dead ball call. Mark Morris.
Anyway.
Oh, no. He dropped it.
Oh, and then he dropped the ball.
He dropped it. He dropped it. Oh, man.
I wonder if they'd started beeping again when he bobbled it. It was dead off the bat, I think.
That ball was roped. Mark Morris had his hands on it, picked it up, and dropped it.
Well, you're allowed to touch it. You're allowed to make a play on a dead ball. Now, you know, if it comes back on, I'm going to wait and see what Jason's call is on this one. My ears have betrayed me a couple of times here. Oh, and it is a run. That's bad luck. That's bad luck. Mark had to try to make a tough play.
Yeah, I was like, you looked over there, I saw Mark Morris slide in there. I almost had the out, but couldn't pick it up cleanly.
So that makes the score now 29 to 23. David Smith still perfect on the game.
It would have been an outstanding play. Like I said, that's a reversal of fortunes there. You have a play that looks like, man, this will be an outstanding defensive play, and it goes, is it? Okay.
All right. He dropped the ball, and the ball is not dead, so the run counts. That is the official explanation from Jason Price. And we are back to Fonzie balls now as we have run ourselves out of Denver balls. So I'm going to give the caveat now. We'll play to 6 innings or to the last beep.
These balls have taken a pretty good beating this week. So you're getting an average of 30 runs per game. You know, first game was 37-30. Last game,
33 to 21, yeah.
21. So this game, you're knocking on the door of another team getting 30 right here in this inning. That's a foul tip.
What a weekend, guys.
Incredible.
Oh, another foul ball.
Get out that box, T.Y.
Got time. I think we're going to need a spotter change here. As Nestor's going to have to.
Got it, Nestor.
Just as well. Get Nestor out there.
So I mean, while we have a break here in the spotter switch, and you you hear about what a weekend, and you know, just think about this weekend. It was put together basically a player-led initiative, and what it's turned into here.
That's absolutely right. Now there was never an all-star event. The closest that we really ever had to that was, of course, the midnight fun that has had where pitchers, better pitchers from around the league go out and players can hit off of pitchers they've never hit off of before. Kevin Simpson started that back in, I believe it was, I want to say Ithaca, New York or somewhere thereabouts. And so it's nice to carry that to another level. But a few players approached me and a couple of others and said, how about doing this?
And that's going to be strike two. Oh.
Hey! That is my second of the game.
Man, now we're going to have to battle it out, DB. Who's going to get the most putouts by the scorers and commentators table. I think Jono has this beat, though. I think he has about 5 putouts in this game. So he's keep rolling towards the camera side.
And when we get a break in the action, I'll talk more about the origins of the concept of the All-Star Showcase.
1 ball, 3 strikes. Play.
Now here's 1/3. That ball's up the middle. That's going to roll fair. It's going to be a quick one. Justin Youngman's trying to come up and get it. He can't find it.
Nope.
He's safe.
It doesn't matter because it was a double call. But they should have waited to say that.
So he's going to be a run anyway.
But yeah, he was safe.
Yeah.
On top of if.
Yeah.
If there was interference, it was still a double call.
Yeah, so
They would've
double
been
call. I bet. I think it wouldn't matter anyway. So
He
you
was
get the
safe
ball.
anyway.
Yep.
Right. So
Now you bring up Darius Sterling again. And here you go. You got 2 outs. And we always talk about this bottom of the order, how pivotal it is in the games.
a run from Darius here would be huge. Now you've got a chance to have a really big inning. I mean, this lead is precarious at this point, even though they put some runs on the board. I have them now at 30. There's your even 30.
Yep.
30 to 23. So getting. Well, oh, we'll wait. We'll do it between innings. These guys are going quickly here as night begins to fall here.
That ball's in the air, but that's going to be a foul ball down the left field side. I said one of the other beat ball players, Megan Fink, retrieves that, gets it back to Jared Woodard.
We have all-star awards that are given out at the World Series for offense and for defense, but we don't have and have never had actual all-star teams that have competed against one another.
And so this in year 2, this event, you can see the growth in players, growth in spectators,
Back, yep.
growth in sponsors. So that's what you want to see from an annual event every year. That ball's hit down the side in the direction of Eric Rodriguez. He balled, but he gets it. He recovers.
Eric wasn't going to miss that one, and that'll put an end to the top of the 4th. 7 runs in, it's 30 to 23 as we head to the bottom half.
And that's a key out there, like we talked about.
Your score heading to the bottom of the 4th. Team Blue 30, Team Red 23.
So, in about 2020 or so, I think in time for the 2021 season, we started doing something on Beat Ball Nation, which is the largest online group for the gathering of beat baseball fans, players, and etc., called the Player Rankings, where we would rank the top 100 players. And from that idea was born, what if we had a selection process and selected all-stars and had an all-star event after the season? One thing led to another, conversations happened, and we decided, you know what? If you build it, they'll come. And that was sort of the motto going into last year. And really plans began in earnest during the summer of 2022. And we made it happen last year. It was more successful than we ever could have imagined. We invited 30 players last year, and 21 of them showed up. And this year, we invited 34, and 27 were able to make it. We've used the same hotel. They've been great with us. The same park here for 2 years now. They've been great with us. The weather has cooperated. And so this has become now a really hot commodity, and it's something now, it's a little extra motivation for players to work hard and play hard at the World Series, knowing they may be selected to compete in this event. So I'm very proud of everybody who's thrown in on it. I'm proud of the folks who came up with the idea to sort of get it off the ground. And we couldn't do it, of course, without our sponsors and partners and all of that. So it really takes a village. But first, it had to be a dream. It had to be an idea. And now it's happening, and we've got a great game here, 30 to 23.
Great game, fantastic weekend, but also, like you said, just not only what you see in the field, but just even in some of the conversations I've been privy to just be around or just eavesdrop in. And you got the guys who have this high-level beat baseball IQ, sharing stories, sharing ideas, sharing time. So he said, just a must-see destination for, must-be-at destination for beat ball players, beat ball community.
And not only that, but it gives the players who have earned that recognition not only a chance to compete, but it gives them a chance to sort of have an end-of-the-year celebration, if you will, here in December, all getting together and spending time with one another. And, National Beat Baseball Association Public Relations has been on hand, capturing player interviews and so forth that then can be used for promotional material for the NBBA. Now, to be clear, this is not an NBBA-sanctioned event like the World Series. The NBBA has been cooperative in letting us use their social media and helped us out with some funding for PR last year, but this is an independent event with the support of the National Beat Baseball Association. It's not sanctioned.
And now here, starting off this bottom of the fourth, you got Mark Morris up for Team Red. Said Mark's logged a lot of innings this weekend. And he logs a deep ball down the side. That's going to be tough to anybody to get. Yep, that ball rolls past the home run line.
That's money when you can get a ball like that from him.
It sure is.
When you see,
Yeah, unless you like
when you see a poke like that from Mark Morris, trims that lead a little bit for the blue team. Team Red puts another run on the board for Team Red. Now you got Zach Rambler coming up here.
6 minutes left in the fourth in Atlanta, 27-17, Alabama.
I guess they're about to pull it off, DB.
Hopefully it's worth something to whoever decides who makes the playoffs in this ridiculous system that will soon change for the better, hopefully.
The ball's out, head down the line. It's going to stay. Nope, going to go foul.
Oh, he called it foul. He had to wait. He had to wait till he hit the base practically.
Before Casey touched it, too.
Oh,
Like it
man.
went foul. If he had touched it first,
Oh, man.
you would have had to count the run.
So, Zach Rambler ran 100 feet just to try to do it again.
Well, Jason Price went pretty far out there to make sure he got the call right, too. So.
Oh, yeah, because that's.
Running. He knew it was going to be close.
As I said, as we talk about here, you can still, there's some lights here, so not necessarily the ones that are reflecting directly in the field, but provide enough illumination for us to still get some visibility here. But I would imagine from the umpires, a ball like that, you have to travel down that line to make sure you can see it and make sure you can judge it accurately.
Sure.
So now Zach back in the box. Nestor trying to wipe off the bats. He landed in the mud there when he was running. I said he made the whole base run, but didn't get rewarded for that one. Let's see if we can get rewarded for when it here stays fair, hopefully.
Play! Right here, guys. Right here. Make a play now. Go! Foul!
Foul ball. Yep. 2 strikes.
Play! Right here, guys. Right here. Go! Strike!
Oh, just over the bat there. Strike 3.
let's go, Zach.
3 strikes! Play! Make a play now. Go! Matter down!
Tails that ball aside. That may have been the first out in a while for Zach and Ramblers. That's definitely
Rare
the first strikeout of the
strikeout.
weekend.
Rare
Strikeout of the weekend.
strikeout. Yep, and neither pitcher has been striking out a whole lot, just like last year. It's been mostly good contact.
And you can tell these benches are a little shorter. Like now we're going to this third game because, before you see a lot of substitutions. Now you still have the same pretty much defensive lineup for Team Blue. Same batting lineup for Team Red. It's Justin Youngren's in here again.
Make a play now. Make a play.
As he's coming to kind of provide the spark, because I remember we were talking about the red team needed some energy, and right when he came in that game, that's when that big rally started for Team Red.
Right.
Play!
Yep.
Right here. Make a play now. Go! Strike! Right there, guys. Make a play now. He's right there. Good
Nestor
swing,
with the
good swing, make a
nice
play
play,
now.
juggled a little bit, but kept it in front of him as a catcher, but that's still strike 1.
Again, we are in the bottom of the fourth.
That ball's high, sky high. Darius Sterling's running under, it's over him. Justin Youngren's going to get there.
That was a good hit for the young man.
Yeah, when you hit a ball that high, no matter who you are, but especially if you have the speed that Dustin possesses, you're usually going to score it. And you hear the white lightning chant out here.
He's just getting better and better every time it seems like we see him out there. You had mentioned yesterday that he was in the same rookie class with Kyle Bora, and Kyle, frankly, advanced in his first couple seasons faster than Dustin. But Dustin is catching up now. He's still got a little work to do on his defense, but he's got to become a legitimate run scorer.
Yeah, he's a problem every time he's up because he possesses great wheels too.
Well, and he's developed a consistent swing, and he's learned to challenge that energy or channel that energy to help him.
And that's Justin Rhines up from the BSO Philly Fire. Is that ball a swing and a miss?
So it's 30-25 now. We're in the bottom of the fourth. This game going on 3 hours old here.
There's strike two. Strike three.
Right here, guys. Right here. Make a play now. Make a play. Right here. 3 strikes.
Well, I guess we're at about the 2.5 hour mark. Not quite.
Yeah, we're about
we started at 20 till 4 or so.
Foul ball. Yeah, we didn't start till about 3:50 game time. So yeah, we're a 2 hours.
You ready, Casey? Patience now.
Which isn't bad for all the runs that have been scored. They're moving quickly. They're not dawdling out there.
Yeah, and plus like the way these guys are making that first pitch, second pitch contact. So you're not really getting too deep in these counts. Except here we are with a deep count. And Justin Rhines parks, but that's gonna be a foul ball.
That would have been a tough play if it had stayed fair. Oh my goodness.
Harris was on it. But yeah, I would have.
Yeah, but see, he'll get back to the box, see if he can make connection. Down with 3 strikes here.
It's a 5-run game here, so nothing's been decided. Still with 2 innings plus to play, or as long as we have balls.
We got plenty.
There we go. Nano says we've got plenty. Remember last year Sports Vision had to bust out a few of theirs for us.
I was going to say, you may have to go ask Fonzie to take a break and go make us some balls in between so we can keep playing.
Right here. Make a play now. Go.
Ooh, struck him out.
2 down, 2 strikeouts too this inning. Now you got Eric Rodriguez up.
Well, now they're going to have to earn it with E. He has not, he has by no means been perfect. I don't think he's struck out at all at this entire showcase, but he has been put out a time or two.
Yeah, which was one of the hardest chores to do. I think we're going to see a new batter here for Tanner Gears. I think Ron Jordan's in the on-deck circle here.
And they've been doing that with their DH spot. You've seen they've rotated that spot around between Tanner Gears and Ron Jordan and so forth.
That ball's in right center.
That's a
over
tough
Ricky
play.
Castaneda, nobody's there.
Yeah.
That ball's another field. He's safe.
In the gap and all the way as far as it can roll.
And that was a wall. You said there had been a gap, bounce up the wall for a ground or for a double, triple in this case. Because Eric could have ran for days. That was over the head of everybody in the field. And
30-26, so they've gotten 3 of those runs back now.
now you got Ron Jordan here, who when him and Fonzie connect, you've seen some left-handed bombs. So,
and I know a lot of people, including myself, like a good defensive, low-scoring beat ball game. You're just not going to see that at the All-Star Showcase. You're just not, because of the level of pitching and just the sheer speed.
I joked with Fonzie earlier. I said, it was you and Jared again. You guys should only get 2 strikes next year.
Jordan, go. Let's get Jordan here.
Now, if we were playing in Illinois on grass with tops with soil underneath of it, would it bring the scores down a little bit? Maybe, but when balls are in the air, that doesn't really matter.
No, not the way that this hang time is going for some of these balls. That's going to be lifted. That's going to be a chance for Casey Krause. Right under him.
Ooh.
Ron Jordan's
Not
gonna get
quite
there.
in time. Wow. Come on, Casey.
That ball was lifted in the air, went right under Casey Krause. David Smith had a chance, but he would have had to. It would have been a tough one. So that's another run scored here. Now you bring up Mark Morris again here for Team Red.
And it's 30-27 now. And here's the red team rallying with 2 outs now, and the blue team looking for an out. We've seen this action a time or two.
Yeah, good hit, Bob.
And remember, Fonzie and the red team have the last at-bats in this game.
We talk about guys who, are pretty quiet under the radar. His power is definitely not quiet. Is Ron Jordan, guy who consistently the last 2 years has been one of the top hitters in the league when it comes to the World Series.
Yeah, and he has been. LZ Haskett turned that team around.
Mark Morris with a high ball. That's going to be a fair ball, I believe. Yes, that is going to drop short. He's safe as Casey Krause cannot get there in time.
You legged that out, and it's 30-28. And getting back to Tyler real quick, Tyler always could play a little bit of defense, but for years and years and years, they had trouble scoring runs. And then enter LZ Haskett, and now Tyler's a legitimate team at the World Series that is finishing top 10. And a lot has to do with that consistent pitching. And Ron Jordan just took off when LZ got there, where he was always, when he put the ball in play, he had a good chance of scoring, but he'd strike out a lot. Now he's not striking out as much. And so now he's finding himself on all tournament teams, where before he was batting 400, now he's batting 600, 650.
And here we go. Zach Ramble, that's going to be a dribble. That's going to be a chance for Darius Sterling. And you give Darius Sterling chances, usually those are going to be out.
He charges the 40-foot line just about as well as anybody.
You give him a chance there on those. And there's not a lot of mistakes. Very sound fundamentals.
The third out of the inning. Before I announce it, I believe we got 30-28. Is that?
She's Katie.
30-28, Katie?
Sorry, I just had a set, so hold on.
They were asking the score.
Where are we at in the order?
What did you say to me? Oh.
Katie, hold up.
Yeah, you're checking.
Katie, but then you're getting all the questions right now.
She can only do one thing at a time. She's definitely the star of this show over here.
Right now.
Getting all the questions right now.
Yeah.
All right.
30-28. And then where are they at in their lineup?
At the end of 4 innings complete, your score, Team Blue 30, Team Red 28.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
So 30-28, heading into the top of 5. Cody, top of the 5th, and Team Blue will have the top of their lineup, but with Cody Jeffries.
Okay.
Now we'll get some subs, and Katie's getting worked.
Because red team's going to make some substitutions here, because I see some new faces going in here. So,
yeah, look, we basically got a 2-inning game, and we've got a 2-point spread here, but we've got a 2-inning game here at 30-28. So let's see how the coaches handle this now.
So I'm going to go see from left to right for the Team Red defense. Now you have, looks like Mark Morris has come out of the game. So up front is going to be Eric Rodriguez still for Team Red, up front left. Behind him is going to be Ethan Johnston. Now he's out deep left out here. In the middle, you have Richard Schultz is out there. And then Dustin Youngren still stays in, plays short right. Behind him is Aaron Higbee, and deep right is going to be still Justin Rhines.
Okay, so they got Higbee in there, they've got Schultz in there. Ethan's come back in, and it seems like he's played just about every position on the field at some point or another.
I should go thank Nestor for the additional practice reps for Ethan, I guess.
No kidding. Getting a lot of different looks in different parts of the field.
And then you look at, so here's the thing we have a little change here. Dustin Youngren is now in center field, and Richard Schultz is playing up front right.
On the right side? Or?
Front right side.
Hey, Katie, Ethan Johnston for Mark Morris.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, now you got some different defensive looks. And like I said, Higbee out there now as well.
Let's see how this works. Jared might be able to exploit this, particularly on the right field side, but we'll see. Higbee's a good hitter, but he's not the most experienced defensive player.
And
I might bring him in for an at-bat, but I'm a little bit surprised that they've thrown him into the fire here in a 2-run game, playing in that middle right position, which has been a hot spot all weekend.
And I'm also, because I know we played Chicago quite a bit in history, I don't ever remember Richard Schultz playing up front.
Not on the right side. There's been times they tried him over on the left side. I would have kept him in the middle where you thought he was going to be before, right there behind Eric and in front of Ethan.
Yeah, so now they got Dustin Younger. They've had that lone man in the middle defense, right? Center field right up the middle.
Now that's a decent idea. Just give Dustin room to move around and see what he can do. Just put him on we'll see how it works. You may see, if this doesn't work, you might see Eric go back to that middle spot and maybe Dustin go up there and try to match the two Comet players up short. But you're right, I don't know that I've seen Rich Schultz play short on the right field side, and maybe since he was Chicago Bluff way back.
Oh, man. I mean, but you also think about, so here we got Cody Jeffries at the top of the lineup for the blue team. I'll save that thought here in a second.
Let's see how it works.
That ball's high. They're going to test Richard Schultz immediately. And that ball, he's not close. That's going to be Cody Jeffries going to be safe on that one.
It's a pop-up.
Yeah, that's the high pop-up. And it looked like the ball actually curled towards the right field line. But Schultz went in and had to try to come back towards it, but wasn't able to make the play there. So the thing I'm thinking here, too, you know, when you have Schultz in, and we talked about it earlier, we're in the later innings. He has a flair for the dramatic with a few walk-off hits in the last few World Series. So I think maybe you're Nestor Gonzalez. You may be counting that dramatic flair here going in the late innings.
31-28. We got a football score here.
Highest score of the Alabama-Georgia game. That's going to be done. Aaron Higbee's going to get a shot. That's going to go past him. Justin Ryan's going to try. Dykes missed the base.
But he recovered. My goodness. Dykes having some base running issues. He's either running straight to it or he's missing it. It'd be interesting to find out his assessment. I wonder, again, the short bases? Or?
I would say that one looked like he went over the base that time, too. The short base. Maybe throwing him off a little bit there.
32-28. And speaking of football scores, 2 minutes and change left in Atlanta. 27-24 now. Alabama still leading.
Well, you better hope they don't get 30 in that game, because that probably won't be a good sign for you, DB.
No.
So, yeah.
No, what they need to do is get a couple first downs and run out the clock. But anyway, wrong sport.
So, as you mentioned earlier, Jared's testing that right side out. First two batters, that new defensive lineman, guess where the balls went? Right side. So, Jared Witter's definitely going to make sure those guys who just came in the game get welcomed. And now you got Casey Krause up here. We're going to change balls here.
So a 4-run lead and still no outs. We're changing out a lot of balls here now. Boy, this has been...
Well, I think it's also, we talk about the later part of the week, but now, as we talked about, these pitchers have gotten into rhythms. They've seen these guys a number of times throughout the weekend, so you're getting a lot more harder hit, consistent contact, but also harder hit contact, because they know exactly where to hit these guys at. You give Jared and Fonzie 3 games to find some of the best hitters in the league, you're going to get some pretty solid contact.
And let's face it, there's a sense of urgency here because this is the last showcase game. We're in a tight one here, and so everybody's trying to be on point.
So not only is John O'May in the camera, he's just saving us. Sports Vision just pulled out a bunch of balls here. So
when I say logistical support and resources, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the things I'm talking about, other than them being our local sponsoring 501c3, which helps in other ways too, and they're represented here by many people, including their treasurer, Mariano Reynoso, who's on hand.
He's pulled out some new balls here, so I think we're in good shape, DB. Casey Krause is up at the plate, takes a pass ball to start the bat. That's going to be a swing and a miss. That ball goes tails outside.
Well, you said 70 for your over-under. I said 60. We're at 60 right now, and we're in the top of the 5th with nobody out.
I think I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good about my...
So if we were playing The Price is Right, your chances are very good right now, and mine are dwindling.
It's going to be a dribble up the middle, but it may find Ethan Johnson's tracking. Oh, he picks it up, but Oh, not in time.
I thought Ethan was going to make that
was
play.
swerving too. He had a really good
And that was pretty good run by Casey Krauser, but Ethan Johnson, he's playing deep left. That ball was in right center.
33-28 now, and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. The red team needs an out here to stop this rally now before it gets out of hand. 3 in a row to start the inning.
You need to out on the guy that they haven't got out the whole game, and that is David Smith. So that's going to be a tough chore for him there, too, as well.
D. Smith had a little bit of trouble in the first 2 games here, but not this one. He's straightened it out. And if we are going to see a home run, and Dontre Hunt almost got one, if you just joined us, we thought he had one, and they took it off the board. But if there's going to be one, my money at this point would be on D. Smith if he can get a good one.
Just swing and a miss.
We have not had a home run here yet. That is interesting to me, considering how many we had at the World Series. But Frank Mathena had a theory on that, which I had not thought of before, but it sounded really, really logical, and I'll get to it in a minute.
The second pitch, that's going to be strike 2.
So imagine taking a 16-inch softball and putting it in the oven and heating it up and drying it out, and it's going to fly farther, and when that heat, that may have had something to do with the record number of home runs we saw at the World Series this year, as the balls were being stored in an equipment shed that was not temperature controlled.
And there was no humidor like they do in Colorado.
Correct, and so they were getting baked.
Yeah, there you go. We need to have a World Series in Colorado.
But
2003 they did.
Oh, okay.
It was one of the lowest scoring World Series ever.
Never mind.
That's going to be a high ball. I don't know. That's going to stay fair. We're going to see.
Ooh, nope.
No, it didn't even land in fair territory. If it would have, David Smith was already at the base. So he'll have to catch his breath as he walks it back, and we'll do it again.
But that's an exception to the rule. That doesn't mean you want to start moving up your defenders for D. Smith.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what do you mean? You don't want to try that out and see how that works?
Well, no. I might take your head off with one if you do that. (33-28). Red team still looking for their first out here in the top of the 5th. We've had a little bit of everything in this game, including a 12-run rule, which is long since ancient history.
That seems like ages ago.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I think it was still daylight when that happened.
I don't think these guys want to go home. I don't think they want to get back to the real world and the world of work. I know I don't want to get back to my day job.
1 ball, 3 strikes.
3-strike count here on David Smith. Already a pass ball taken. That ball's on the right side. Justin Ryan's back up, bounces off his knee and onto the other field.
4 in a row in the inning, and a 6-run lead now as the blue team and Jared Woodard look to establish their control, try to put a hold on this game as we're getting late.
Twilight hours here. We say late. I think we're 6:30 Texas time here, 6:28 Texas time. Tyler Rodriguez steps up to the plate. Jared Woodard gets the ball back, drives it off with his jersey and his blue All-Star jersey. Says All-Star in the front, All-Stars in the front. The line underneath it says San Antonio, Texas, with the number 14 or number 16 on his jersey.
I have breaking news after this pitch. It is a final now from Atlanta, Alabama 27, Georgia 24, Roll Tide. It's out of our hands now.
And there's pitch number 2. Tyler hits it over to Eric. Eric bounces off his knee, goes over him. He's safe.
That's a knee. It's a little different when it bounces off your knee because it can carry him away.
Yeah, Karen. The ball bounced off his knee on that left side, then went over it, kind of went over his body. Tried to go back and crawl to it and track it, but couldn't get there in time.
And we've got a football score again now, 35-28.
Yep, as Tyler gets the better of the Rodriguez battle in that case.
Now, the most runs scored by one team in an All-Star Showcase game to this point, you'll remember it last year in the third game, was 38. In that 38-31 game, we had 37 yesterday.
Yeah. I think it was the last game last year was about 39, 38.
I think it was 38-31.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I'm sorry, 38-33, I think, was the final of that one. We had a one-run game. That was the David Smith walk-off in the second game last year with that rally in the bottom of the sixth where Hillary Oswald tied it up.
Here's in your batter right now is Joe Fleeks, number 11 for the blue team. His first at bat this game.
Give her a shout out too. The only reason that Hillary's probably not here is because she didn't compete in the World Series this year. She was having a son.
Congrats to her.
So she wasn't eligible. But she is the most dynamic female player probably right now, in my opinion, anyway.
It's a pass ball as Booker draws out the ball. But congrats to Hillary and her family.
And we hope to see her back next year. Talk about batting leadoff for your team.
It's a swing and a miss there.
There we go, now to a full count. That hasn't really bothered Jared one bit. It's like teasing the defense.
Salve thinking he's going to strike out, and then the next thing you know, the ball is going over your head. And just like that, ball's in right center. Dustin Younger extends, can't make the play. That ball's in the other field.
That was crushed. Unbelievable.
That was solid hit.
Solid line drive. Dustin Younger's chance of getting that were slim, very slim. And that ball's on the other soccer field.
36-28 now I have. Do we have an out yet in this inning, or one? Do we have any? Any outs there, Katie, yet in this inning? No outs.
No outs.
Sorry, I'm having to move
Nope.
back in the back so I can see the score sheet.
Oh,
so,
okay. Our scorekeeper having a little trouble seeing her now, so she's relocated. We may be a little bit on our own, but no, nobody out.
And nobody out here.
Six in a row in. They've gone through their order.
Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. We still got some time to go here, DB.
Oh, but it's an 8-run game. They need to get an out here.
All right, guys, Team Blue, quiet down now. All right, we're set to field. Bases, please.
I think I can tell you now for a certainty that the home run derby scheduled for this weekend is not going to happen.
Oh, that's a safe bet. Well, we won't get a home run derby. We did a pretty long ball there. Cody Jeffries puts it up. That's a run score for him as he knocks the base out and everything on that run. That ball had some serious hang time there to the right side of the field.
Well, we've got a 9-run game again here now. 37-28, and with one more run, they can match the 38 scored last year in the third game in that 38-33 barn burner that we saw. They've equaled the 37 that the red team scored yesterday.
Now you got Gerald Dykes up here. Last time, we'll see if he adjusts his. We said he's the fastest guy in the league. He's had a couple tough base runs, and I think it's because the height of the base is a little different in this game. We're using bases designed by Fonzie a little bit shorter. I think the last couple times he went over him and had to come back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you,
Booker with a
That was
nice
from the right
catch.
camera.
He saved the cameras, probably saved the feed. Defensive player of the day right there.
Yeah. How much he said this camera cost.
Of course, if he caught more of the balls that were pitched, you and I wouldn't be as busy back here either.
That ball's rolled over by Eric. Eric bobbled it. I don't know what the call is.
He's safe.
He's safe.
I am lost on what to see.
Break a chair?
D. Smith broke a cooler.
Sitting on a foam cooler?
Yeah.
Sat on a damn cooler and broke it.
Yeah.
All right.
We heard a crash here. I know we're in Texas, and I'm a wrestling fan, so I thought it was Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out. But no, but no, it was D. Smith falling through a cooler here. But nonetheless, at the same time, Gerald Dykes scores a run here for Team Blue.
Hey, Zach, D. Smith's the new Cotton.
38 to 28, and you had to have been around for a little while to understand.
Craig Cotton. Never thought I'd give him a shout out at the All-Star game.
Craig Cotton was great, man, and he did some really interesting things, man. Craig was an interesting guy.
I think we got some substitutions coming. They need a new substitution for that cooler over there too as well. That cooler's down.
38 to 28, still nobody out in this inning. They've scored 8 in a row to open up this inning here.
So now you got Casey Krause. You got Casey Krause up here. With Casey coming up.
We're 4 runs short now of your over/under.
See if we get there. Pass ball. For the first
Casey
pitcher.
seems like he's been in all game long today. I think he has. Most, though, of both rosters we've seen in this third game because it's been so long. Haven't seen Caitlin Overshiner.
I think the only player we have not seen in a blue team in this game is going to be Mark Ivy, I believe. So we said Justin Hollins is scratched because of an injury from BP. So I think the only player that hasn't been in this game in any capacity for Team Blue is Mark Ivy.
I thought Ivy got an at-bat earlier for Dykes, but that may have been in the game earlier today.
I think that was game 2.
I'll take your word for
and
it.
And I think on the other side, I think we have seen everybody besides Caitlin Overshiner in this game.
And she got a couple of innings of playing time in the second
That's going to be strike 3.
Finally.
Strike 4. Batter retired there. And there's Casey Krause. Up comes D. Smith.
D. Smith trying to keep his perfect day going. Or perfect game in this third game, anyhow.
Yeah, you definitely, from right there, I won't say like when a bigger strikeout in this game because if you get Casey Krause on, he scores, or Casey Krause scores a run.
38-28.
Then you bring David Smith, you could have been in 12-run territory here.
Well, and I was just going to say, it's at 38-28, but with Red Team having the last at-bats in this game, and what we've seen so far, you still feel like 10 runs may not be enough.
Definitely not, and I think we spoke him into existence. Mark Ivy steps into the on-deck circle.
There we go. Somebody's listening to our stream and sending down signals from the booth or something to Booker.
Didn't they get Jim Harbaugh or somebody in trouble?
Was that Harbaugh or Tony Dungy?
I think one of those guys. Probably more have done it. That strike 2 on D. Smith here is a swing and a miss. So he'll take a pass ball to get that timing. This timing has been perfect here for this game with Jared Woodard.
Yeah, these are 2 pros, man. It won't take long to make an adjustment if one needs to be made.
Oh, DB, I'm ahead now.
All right.
That moves me to 3.
There you go. That's what I said about when a ball's coming to the middle, somebody's got to take charge, and that time you took charge.
So here we go. The 3rd strike on D. Smith. Here's the next pitch.
Ooh, just tipped it. Just stays alive.
One ball, 3 strikes. Play.
Another foul ball.
He's hanging in there.
That one went under the bench. I thought someone had it. It went over in the smash cooler area. Yeah, that cooler was there. Would have hit the cooler, but instead it hit a bunch of ice. Another ball foul. Jason Price will take charge and catch that one.
Every time
time y'all say Jason Price, his mom screenshots it and sends him a picture. That's pretty cool.
Well,
Staying alive.
I'm glad we've only said complimentary, laudatory things about Jason Price here, since his mama's listening in, and appreciate you listening in. And Jason does a wonderful job for us.
Yeah, I always have to give my namesake a, because my middle name is Price. So now you have to be real careful which one you're talking about. And that ball is going to be hit a ton, almost home run distance, but I don't think quite there. But nonetheless, he's going to be safe.
Ooh, and they're calling it dead, though. That.
Oh, man.
Leave on. He's got you.
All-star base looker. Come on, man.
If that counts, that would be the 39th run.
Hey, go get your batter just in case. Bro, go get your batter just in case.
Smith, right here, Smith.
And it's dead. I think it's dead. Oh, no! Wrong again! But at least I'm consistent. Wrong again.
Yeah.
It was just beeping, but they're going to have to replace it probably. 39 now. Boy, oh boy, it's 39-28. Here we go again.
Yeah, so that's the highest score for any team in All-Star game history now.
That is correct.
So 39 runs on the board. Let's see if Mark Ivy, who's checking to the game for the first time, can make this a 40 spot.
Turn, baby.
And as the temperatures are dropping here a little bit, those of us from the Midwest and the East Coast are quite comfortable, and the folks who hail from Texas may be a little chilly.
Speak for yourself on that one, DB. I could get some hot chocolate right now. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that bad.
It was 15 degrees when I stepped on the train in Chicago on Tuesday, so I'm still not complaining.
Yeah, no, I think it was same. I think it was about 30, 40 coming over from St. Louis area. So, we're probably about 50 degrees. See what my
the
phone
hot
says.
chocolate game was in Bolingbrook.
Oh, it says 64 degrees, DB. I'm really a baby out here today.
It feels like a different kind of 64, though, when the sun goes down.
Yeah. 64 degrees, 39 runs on the board for the blue team. A sizable lead. Trying to extend that, trying to get a 40 spot here from Mark Ivy, number 13 for the blue team of the Oklahoma Lookouts. One of the rookie selections for this game. That ball is a foul ball.
I'm not sitting. I have a little more mobility than you two.
That's strike one. Here's the next pitch. Goes right into the bat there. Strike two.
Still only one out in the inning, 9 runs in this top of the 5th, which seems like it's taken forever.
Mark's gonna take his fastball, bat upside down in his hands. Now he turns it back the right way, gets set for the next pitch. That's on the ground to Richard Schultz, bounces off him, but he still has a chance there if he can get.
Oh, missed the base.
Mark already missed the base.
And Schultz on the putout.
Schultz
went down early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him swimming towards the base, but I don't think that's going to get you there.
Well, and that wasn't pretty on Schultz's part either. It took him a while to get what seemed to be a routine ground ball there.
Yeah, not a lot of finesse on that play on the other side.
On both sides. But, we are at the end of a pretty grueling showcase here, and I don't care how well conditioned you are eventually. It wears. You get tired, and you're hitting the ground, and it's hard ground, and you're hitting the base and hitting the ball. 2 outs now, 39-28.
And here's Joe Fleeks up. He hit a laser last time, so laser right up the middle. He was trying to do more than hit the laser this time. He was trying to put that ball into the light post out in center field. said Joe Fleeks was on the bench before this game getting pretty hyped up. He almost got me hyped up, DB. I was ready to play out there. I'm not eligible.
He's glad to be here. And
He was listening to the bench, but definitely.
And Fleeks has had a tough offseason too, with his house catching fire and things like that. So this is just he was so excited to be here, and he's shining, and he's played very well himself. And another one like Dontre. That was a late selection as we were getting down to the nitty-gritty with the selections and down to 2 or 3 different spots, and it was, Brandon Chesser was one of those. He's performed well. Dontre, Joe Fleeks. So, and some bigger names, were passed over, like the Corian White, for example, and Joe McCormick from Boston. And, so for all of you critics, what you saying now?
There's another ball hit to the left center side. Pass Younger, and Ethan Johnson has
Got it.
Oh, Ethan Johnson ranges over, gets the put out there, and the ball was hit. He's playing deep left. He ranged over to the center of the field and got that one.
Well done, and that's the 3rd out of the inning finally. 9 runs in, though, and I have 39-28 headed to the bottom of the 5th.
Johnny Maul going in for Fleeks.
This either...
Oh, okay, sorry.
We may have ran out of juice here on the PA
I didn't even get
system.
to announce to the crowd the Alabama score. They did win. All right, so we're done with the PA system, and I doubt at this point that anybody besides me really cares.
PA is done.
Do y'all have the power cord for it?
It's Fonzie's out here stretching, getting ready for his next inning on the mound.
I have it right here.
I mean, a lot of his stuff probably uses IEC cables, so.
Yeah, someone was trying to get the game score from you.
There's a technical discussion going on to my left that is over my head because I was always the on-air person. These guys are talking about.
Yeah, you listen to Jono, who's been operating the camera, and then Mike Curtis, in addition to being the Gateway Archers pitcher, is also our broadcast.
When you get a mechanical engineer and a sound engineer together,
It's like 30.
Get some.
What's the score again?
So interesting. 39-28 is the score we have heading to the bottom of the 5th.
39-28, bottom of the 5th. Dustin Youngren coming up here. He'll be followed by Justin Rhines, who is in the on-deck circle right now. And then after that, Eric Rodriguez.
Nobody seems to want to go home yet, despite the length of this game and the hours getting on toward dinner.
And then you got some defensive substitutions for Team Blue. As Casey Krause goes back over to the front left side. Behind him is Cody Jeffries. Going out to the deep left areas will be Mark Ivy. Also in the middle, you got John Margis. And then on the right side up front is Ricky Castaneda. And behind him in deep right is David Smith.
That's interesting. Ivy in left and Smith in right. All right, let's see how Mark Ivy, because Fonzie's liable to get people to hit balls out there, and so Ivy's going to have to be ready. Let's see what he does.
And he did pretty good for putouts, but he was in a different spot, in his rookie year. So you have to see, like we talked about earlier, that one of the most difficult spots for a rookie is getting defensive. And here you're playing a lot of different positions. I know some guys have excelled in that. I'll give a shout out to Gateway Archers Ethan Johnson. He may have been put out in multiple positions in this game. I think I know he has one deep left, deep right. Mid, I think in the middle too. So
he does, and I would say probably Ricky Castaneda maybe too. Has been in.
I would agree. So you got some guys who've been put all over the place and have some putouts in multiple spots.
You and Mike Curtis and Orlando are getting some valuable info here about some of your players.
And there's the first pitch of Dustin Youngren as that ball tails outside.
Youngren's another one. All he could talk about was this for the last couple months. and the fact that he's been able to perform at the level he's performed, and not, let the excitement get to his head and all of that. And he's growing up before our eyes, folks.
That ball's fouled back. And you mentioned growing up and he had a good rookie year, won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Had some growing pains in that sophomore year, but then really rebounded here in this World Series this year and this whole season, even in his first home run in the World Series this year in Oklahoma.
Left side on your toes.
Yep.
3 straight. Play. Let's get him right here. Let's get him.
Youngren up at the plate. That ball's hit down to the right side. Casey Krause. Mark Ivey's going to get a chance. He doesn't make the play. Dustin Youngren with the run scored.
All right, that's one back, 39-29. And this is why I say don't ever count Fonzie and his team out, as they're going to have last at-bats in this game.
Here we go. You got Justin Rhines coming up here. He's been in the game, I think, for almost the entirety of this game. He's been there for a while.
And he's been productive. So they kept him in there. He's got that combination of speed and good contact with some pop that can score consistently in a game like this.
All right, guys. Justin Rhines. Let's go. Come on, Casey. Be ready. Come on, defense.
Here's Justin up. Fonzie backs away from the mound, wipes the ball with the towel attached to him. Sets back up, does his boxer jumps. He's ready to go.
All right, let's go. Go. Strike.
Ball's low, under the bat. Good swing there by Justin Rhines with the ball pitch is a little low.
Go.
Ball's up the middle, left center. Past Casey Krause. In the arms of Johnny Ma, and he's going to get his teammate out there and make the put out there for Team Blue.
Well, they'll have something to talk about on the way back to the city of brotherly love.
That's not teammate love there, though. That's as I said, rolled past one teammate, but got to his other teammate there.
Oh, boy. One out now. Still a 10-run lead. Bottom of the 5th.
Now you got Eric Rodriguez up.
Right here. Come on, guys. Make a play now. Make a play. Keep the ball in front. Make a play.
You got Eric up. Looks like Ron Jordan's on deck.
You are going to see Mark Morris come in for Justin Rhines if we get back to that spot in the order. He's going to get Mark back in there.
And you look like you got Ethan Johnston up, getting ready too as well in the on-deck circle. Or not in the on-deck circle, but in the hole.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
That ball's bad. I wouldn't want to. It's liable to die on the first hard hit, but we'll see.
That ball's popped in the air down baseline, but that's going to be a foul ball. Justin Rhines able to pick it up, get it back into Fonzie.
So Nestor, if you do it, you want the mark.
So you can so you would ask for this ball situation. So you think you would ask for a replacement ball if you were a defender, right?
Well, yeah.
One straight. Play. Right here,
One.
Come on now, let's get
One
Eric
out.
Right here. Go.
Shot. Casey Krause goes the opposite way.
He went the wrong
Momentum
direction.
take him the other way. And he's safe as Cody Jeffries almost makes a play.
That was on the ground, but if you make a first wrong step, it's tough.
Yeah, his momentum was going one way. He tried to correct it, but couldn't get back there in time. Ball roll. Cody Jeffries slid in, but couldn't pick it up.
So for the second time in this showcase, both teams have reached 30. It's now 39-30. Still one out, bottom of the 5th.
Nestor, you're good.
I'm one away from my 70 here, DB.
Yes, you are.
I feel like Ron Jordan may be a good chance to provide that.
We're setting the field. Bases, please.
They call time.
Okay, hold on, I got you.
So now for the first time here, you got Ron Jordan who's up right now, left-handed batter. On deck, Richard Schultz, a left-handed batter. So you may get back-to-back lefties here for Team Red here.
And in anticipation of that, that may be why you see David Smith in right field rather than the less experienced Mark Ivy over there.
Yep.
All right, we're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
All right, let's get Jordan right here. Let's get Jordan. Right here.
Heads up, DB.
Hello, just over my head. And
Cassie almost got a chance to make a play back there. Yeah.
And not only is the PA mic dead, so is my phone. So we will have no more updates on scores coming from me.
The Alabama scores. Oh, at least you know they won.
Yeah, at least we know they won.
One strike. Let's get him right here, guys. Make this play.
Jordan still in there. Power lefty for Tyler. Pulls that. But that's going to be a foul ball. Stopped by Jeremy Lopez over there. Helping out along the baseline.
Now, he's not as fleet of foot as some of the others, and so the key with Ron is getting the ball in the air. If he hits it on the ground, they're going to have a decent shot to cut it off and make a play. If he gets it in the air, he's capable of finding that 170 line himself and has done it a couple of times.
He's put some pretty high charges into balls this weekend.
Yeah, in his career, I believe he's got 2 recognized home runs.
We've got time out here on the field. As you can hear some noise, a little bit of background noise behind us.
On your toes now, on your toes. Go!
Nice, Mike.
Mike Curtis saves
Mike
the speaker.
Curtis saved some spectators behind
Not
us.
sure if it's the PA or DB's head.
We were more worried about the speaker.
Yeah, I think so.
I think my head was going to be okay. I think the mixer was going to have a problem.
Yeah, I think that speaker was about in serious trouble there. That's going to be strike 3. So there we have another pitch.
Oh,
Fouch. Oh, I thought
2 down.
Guess it was a strike.
Yep.
Thought I heard something, but it may have just been the ball hitting the bat hitting the ground there.
Yeah, because he's got a low swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the ball dropping on the plate. One of the two,
Combination of,
39-30.
And here's Richard Schultz up.
Back-to-back lefty.
Now the right side of that defense needs to be ready for Rich Schultz.
Hey, Richie still lefty. Richie right here. Go.
Now you got Richard Schultz up here. Like I said, back-to-back lefties. So you don't want to have that. I mean, I know it's not the result you want any time for any strikeouts, but when you have left-handed batters can hit for power like these two, you definitely want to capitalize on at least putting the ball in play.
Right. They need more than this right now going to the 6th inning, so this is an important spot for Rich Schultz. He should almost think of it as a walk-off situation. You don't want to go to the top of the 6th down by 9. You only have 3 outs left. Uh-oh.
Pulls it down the line. Ricky Castaneda's on it. Stops it. Picks it up.
What a play.
That's an out.
You're not beating Castaneda with that. All right, and that'll put to bed the 5th inning. It is 39-30 now. Blue team can sense it heading to the 6th. Let's see if they can add a little bit more insurance. Last inning of the showcase. Coming up.
Yeah, that was an outstanding play by Ricky Castaneda. Went back on the ball, cut off an angle. Can't play it much better than that. Now you see the red team going back out there.
So say if that would have played out, because they batted out of order, then it would have been out. And then if Ethan would have...
Mark Morris is going back in the game, as we heard that. So I think he's going to Justin Ryan's spot.
Well, we're still at 69. We haven't gone over your total just yet.
I feel confident we'll break it.
We had 67 runs scored in the first game. We had 54 runs scored in the second game, and we are at 69 runs in this game. Over 17 innings of beat ball. That is a lot of ball being played here. 27 of the best. Last inning of ball coming up here, unless, God forbid,
what do we
end
get?
Up in extras.
You want extras?
I want to just sit back and see what happens. I'm done making predictions.
We didn't make it up. We can't see that.
Need more beat ball out here tonight. So no, like I said, just kind of while we're waiting here, they're getting everything ready. Teams are getting ready, making some substitutions here.
Somebody from the bench way over there is asking for the score, and I can't give it because we've got a dead microphone. So
yeah, next inning you have to have Schultz back.
Yeah, just looking at the this event and thinking about we're here last year, here this year. You never want to look too far ahead, but definitely want to think about looking forward to next year's event too. And I know people listening to the stream, watching the game. There's probably a lot of players, volunteers, whatever, who want to be a part of this game next year.
Absolutely. And there's been talk about whether it's going to be, we're going to try a different location or a different time of year. My opinion is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so we should probably shoot for the same weekend, same site and everything if we can get it.
Yeah, and I think, one thing I always like to see when you have a complex out here, and we're at Star Complex in San Antonio, and I know the director of the complex was out here earlier. He took some swings. I was out there earlier doing BP, and he was out there shagging balls with me. So you like to see that from the complex from people who are invested and want to be a part of this game and not just looking at it. And, of course, the hotel's been great. And I'm never going to complain about being in Texas because you guys have Texas has Whataburger and St. Louis does not. So I'm never going to complain about being here.
No kidding. That is one tasty burger.
So now we got Cody Jeffries coming up. We got some substitutions for Team Red. Eric Rodriguez playing up front, short left.
They batted out of order, so Ethan was supposed to
Thank you.
Schultz. So Schultz will be back up to bat. So it doesn't matter that they got that third out anyway, so Ethan was given that out.
So Ethan was okay. So Katie has just explained to me. Well, if nobody caught it though.
No, he was out.
Oh, he was out anyway.
Yeah, so Ethan
All
was
right.
given that out.
So
if Ethan were to come up at the end, they would bat out of order again.
okay. So Ethan Team Red hit out of order. Rich Schultz hit in Ethan Johnston's spot. So that out is credited to Ethan, unfortunately, and Schultz will come up to bat, starting the bottom of the sixth.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that rule.
Yes.
So Ethan gets Rich Schultz's out.
That's a ball high by Cody Jeffries. Only one who's going to have a chance is Eric Rodriguez, and he gets it.
Got him. That was a little bit of a slower base run by Cody there. I thought he was going to beat that out. I don't know what happened there.
He took a banana, but also you got to think, as you mentioned, BB, these guys, fatigue. We talked about earlier fatigue from the pitchers maybe, but you got to think about base runners at this time when you've been running. Cody Jeffries has been playing a lot and probably a lot of base runs.
And when your body starts to get tired, you start suffering from the mental fatigue a little bit, and then that's where you can run banana bases and things like that.
Yeah, it was a little bit slower than usual for him. Here's Gerald Dykes. Even his slower than usual is 10 times faster than my fast. So let's see what he can do here.
So that's a big out here to start the inning.
That's going to be a ball heading in the direction of Eric Rodriguez again. He's got it.
All right, he's one away from a hat trick now. He's gotten 2 in a row, and this could make things really interesting if they don't add here to what is right now a 9-run lead.
Yeah.
We've seen the red team score as many as 14 in an inning.
And so now you got, so here on defense too, the defensive lineman, so this may impact the batting situation too. You got Eric Rodriguez up front playing short left. Ethan Johnson playing deep left. In the middle, you got Justin Youngren. On the other side, you got Caitlin Overshiner playing up front right. And then you got Rich Schultz behind her and Mark Morris out there in deep right. And here's Casey Krause up to the plate.
So we do have Caitlin Ovenshiner back out there again for her second piece of action, and you wonder if they'll let her go on ahead and bat in the bottom of the sixth. I would say it probably depends on how close the game is when her spot comes up. I mean, and that's no disrespect to her. She's a rookie. She's known for her defense. Had double-digit putouts at the World Series, but she's not. She's not Hillary at this point where she's going to be a good shot at scoring a run.
Casey Krause swings and misses over that one for strike one in this at bat.
But it's good to see her back out there.
That's foul ball for strike two, and she completes. Now everybody's been in this game that's eligible, or eligible and healthy, I should say.
And that's what you want to see.
As we mentioned earlier, Justin Holland not available after an injury during BP before the game started today.
And if that's an oblique, like you said, that's hard to swing a bat. That's not something where, okay, well, I can't play defense, but I can get up there and take a couple of whacks.
Yeah, it looked like it was an oblique region, so.
Yeah. And, Justin Holland takes care of his body. He's a workout guy, so if he can't go, he can't go.
Yeah,
he's not just taking a day at the beach.
No, I think I talked to him before this game. It's bothered him sitting on that bench. He wants to be out there and playing. So that ball was shot up the middle there. By Destiny, it's over. And that's safe right there.
That's a shot.
That's run number 40, run number 70 total there, DB.
There it is.
So, okay, David Smith is out of the game now, and it's Brandon Chesser batting his spot.
He's hitting very well.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I got you.
So we'll get Chesser back in there.
He's been hitting well himself, today. He's put the ball in multiple spots. Like I said, we talked about earlier, you make some adjustments. Everybody's hitting off new pitchers, your timing, cadence, everything kind of figuring that out, and he's definitely figured out Jared in day two here.
This last out is important here. Right now it's a 10-run margin. You don't want any more separation. There's still a chance. Oh, and I got another one. Hey, now we're back even again.
Now we're tied. I almost had to reach over here and get it, DB, so you couldn't tie me up here.
That was a kick save. That was mine all day.
Here we go. Brandon Chesser. Pitch number 2. It's a foul tip for strike 2. Pass ball. 2 strikes, 1 ball in the count. So we're 40-30 here in the 40-30 here in the top of the 6th.
That's got to affect the pitcher's rhythm a little bit when his catcher can't consistently catch the ball.
That's why Mike Curtis doesn't like me catching, so I don't try to. The ball's rolled over. That's in the direction of Eric Rodriguez up short left. He's got it.
All right. So he makes all 3 putouts in the inning. Only 1 run on the board in that inning. And a little bit of a window opening now as they've got 3 outs to work with, does Team Red. Trailing by 10. Let's see how many they can get back before they're told the game is over. They're going to go down swinging. You can bet.
Check that. I'm going to return the favor from earlier, DB.
She's right here.
I was trying to hold it and make it, but I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I don't blame you at all.
What you need?
So Mr. Frazier has gone to take his comfort break, and so I'll be here with help on both sides here because I've got coaches on either side here. as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Last chance for Team Red, trailing by 10 in the highest scoring All-Star showcase we've had. Team Red won the first one last night, 37-30 in come-from-behind fashion. Team Blue won the second game today, 33-21, and I don't believe they ever trailed in that game. And now it's 40-30 in a game that at one time was in a 12-run rule. The red team battled all the way back, not only batted out of the 12-run rule, but took the lead, and now here in the late innings, Team Blue is pulled away again, but the spread is 10. And again, if you missed it before, there was a mistake where the red team hit out of order. So Ethan Johnston got credited with Rich Schultz last out of the bottom of the 5th. And so Schultz will come up again now in his proper spot in the batting order here in the bottom of the 6th. Lefty from the Chicago Comets. Schultz is. He was here last year and was invited back based on his status as a top performer from last year. He was 8 for 10 at the plate in last year's showcase with several putouts. Began his career in 2003 with the Chicago Bluffs. I think he played maybe 2 years in the league before his team won a single game. Stuck with it and improved, played a couple years with the Indy Thunder, the old school Indy Thunder, and then went to the Chicago Comets in circa 2007. He's been there ever since. And he became an all-star after the age of 30, really. He'll start off the bottom of the 6th.
So here's Richard Schultz up here. Fonzie throws the ball into his glove. Psychs himself up here. The ball's hit high down the right field line.
It's going to stay
Tessa
fair.
has a chance. Oh, couldn't make the play. That's a run score for Richard Schultz.
Exactly what you want from him. Down the line, pull it over there, and that's a good start. So 40-31, still 3 outs to play with here. Don't go away just yet. If you've stuck with us this long, stick it out with us a little bit longer.
May as well finish it.
May as well finish it.
Here's his teammate Destin Youngren up. Let's look at the defense that the blue team has out here. You got Darius Sterling up here up front on the left side. Behind him is John Margis in the middle going towards the line. In the very back row is Cody Jeffries. In the center you have Ricky Castaneda. On the right side up front, Casey Krause. And behind him in deep right is Brandon Chesser.
So this again looks like kind of their shutdown defensive alignment here. Coming in to try to close the deal here.
Swing and a miss. That pitch goes over the bat of Dustin Youngren, who's had a big impact in this game.
I'm going to be interested to see the showcase stats on Dustin Youngren when we get them out later next week.
Finally trying to get the mud off the ball. His elbow.
Way to put that out there. Here we go. Play. Make a play now. Let's get Dustin. Make a play. Go. Strike. Right here, guys. Good swing. He's got a good swing.
Another good cut by Youngren, but can't connect.
Go. Right here, guys.
That one.
30 now. 30. 30.
3 strikes on the batter.
Right here. Right here now. Right here. Make a play. Make a play. Go.
Ooh, and finally, at maybe the wrong time, Youngren strikes out. I don't know that he's done that yet in this showcase until now.
You might have had a little thing, we talk about the energy that he brings. down those swings. The last two swings kept climbing the ladder a little bit there.
Coach, where's your
When you start to get tired, you start to try to overcorrect, and so sometimes you can have a higher swing than normal because to you it feels like you're swinging normal,
And here's Mark Morris.
but you're not. So 1 out, 1 in. Mark Morris needing a run out of him in the worst way here.
The ball goes over his back.
It would have been easy for Team Red to just roll over in the 3rd inning there when they were trying to fight out of the 12-run rule, but they didn't roll over.
Ball served up.
That may have been a late base.
It may not matter. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
Mark Morris is still safe on that one.
And still life for the red team. It's 40-32 now. Still 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Get Eric now.
And Eric Rodriguez coming to the plate.
We're going to have a Rambula come in for Youngren.
Yep. And so you just heard when Youngren's spot comes back out, they're going to get a Rambula in. And so now they're starting to get their starters, their top draft picks, if you will, back into this game on both sides.
You got Eric Rodriguez coming up. Scores 40-32.
You know, Darius Sterling gunned him earlier today. So
All right, now let's go now. Let's make a play now on Eric. Let's try to make a play on
40-32.
Eric.
who?
You guys.
Blue team?
Yeah.
How did this right
Microphone's dead. It's not. I don't know. Oh, it's mine. Oh, thanks.
Eric Rodriguez ready. He steps in the on-deck circle. Or not steps up to the plate. Sorry about that. Ball's fouled back. Blocked down by Nestor Gonzalez.
Make a play on Eric. Let's try to make this play on Eric.
As Nestor team tries to get, the red team tries to get back, bring it back, and at least tie this game. There's no one hanging up high. Foul ball.
Oh, the microphone's out, right? Yeah, we don't got a microphone anymore. You just have to yell. DD might have the loudest voice still.
Right there. Let's make a play on it.
Sorry, I was conferring with Tappy on some things that are going to happen after the game. So here we are again.
Go! Right. All right, let's make a play right
Strike
now.
3 as that ball goes outside there.
30, 3-0, 3-0. Let's try to make a play on Eric. Now let's make a play on him.
That's the key at bat here in this game.
Yes, it is. Still chasing 8 with 2 outs to work with. Struck out Eric Rodriguez, and that tells you we're getting to the end of a long day. And it's been a frustrating game, really a mixed emotion game. Eric's made some plays. He's had some tough plays over there. He got picked by Darius Sterling earlier today. He strikes out there.
Shift over.
The blue team 1 out away from winning the showcase 2 games to 1.
Get away from behind.
But they've got to get that out.
And you can hear the directions of you got Ron Jordan up, and you're hearing the shift call. So you know he's going to hit the ball deep to the left side. He's trying to keep it alive for Ethan Johnson, who's on deck circle right now.
Unfortunately, didn't get his at bat his last time through the order because there's a mistake and Rich Schultz took it for him.
He got it out though.
Yeah, he got credited with Schultz. He's out.
He got it out.
Maybe Schultz can buy him a cup of coffee tomorrow morning or something.
Here's Ron Jordan from the left side. Last hope here for Team Red. That ball's high, popped up. Oh, both coaches almost had to converge on that one.
I'll tell you what, this scorer's table is a sort of a dangerous place to be. I'm hearing balls hanging over my head.
Nestor got us on that one. He had us covered. That ball's fouled back towards the direction. Shea Morris making a play on that one with the baby in on.
And folks, the Alabama ball cap has now been replaced with a San Antonio Jets cap in honor of our host team and our host sponsors. and the fact that I ordered it from them a couple months ago and it just came today. I like this hat. It's a nice one. Add it to the collection. I don't know if it's as nice as my Archer's hat, but
It's pretty nice.
It's a Jets logo and Jet Life on the side.
Wonderful.
30, 30, 30.
Now we are at 3 strikes again. Down to their final strike.
Right here. Right here.
Calm down.
You got 3 strikes. Ryan Jordan up. You don't want to end the 6th inning this way. You know, we had so much high contact here. The red team would end by striking out the side. And he doesn't. He hits that ball opposite field for a change from Ryan Jordan. And he's going to score on that one.
Wow, and the game continues. So a tough at bat, and he battled, and he got a 3-strike hit, and it's 40-33. It's a 7-run game now.
And as we talk about, the most difficult thing of like for Ron Jordan's swing is to go opposite field. Usually he's a straight pull hitter, and that time find some opposite field action that time.
That did surprise me. Yeah, sure.
I think
If he hits over there, it's usually a miss hit and would have been grounded and rolled right out to Darius or somebody.
Yeah, surprised the defense too. I think the defense and you kind of expect the batter's tendencies to go one way, kind of get flat-footed out there, and all of a sudden the ball's screaming at you on that left side. What the heck just happened?
Let's see if Ethan can extend this game now. He's hit some good balls, and he's had his struggles a little bit, too. It's been sort of up and down for Ethan.
Thank you. All right, let's get Ethan now.
Usually he's on the ball. He's usually pretty much right center, so, or a high pop-up on the left side. And that ball's going to be down the line on the left side.
Good hit.
John Martis can't get there. He's going to be safe.
And the game continues. Another 2-out run. It's 40-34. We're going to hit your 75 from last night, maybe. And they're going to shift now for Schultz. They're going to call for the Omaha shift.
The Schultz, we have a Schultz shift in our defensive alignment, so I was like,
Let them be all-stars, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you're doing good, man.
6-run game here.
So here's the shift. Is Casey Krause goes a little bit further towards the line on his side and the left side. Brandon Chester is pretty much about 20 feet away from the line.
And it
on his side,
looks
on
like
the right side.
the answer is going to be no. Caitlin Overshiner is in the DF position, so it doesn't look like she's going to garner an at-bat.
Make a play now.
Maybe she'll make the last putout, though. Well, no, she's not on
High
the field.
ball, that's going to drop just foul.
Sound like he got in close to his hand.
It is not over until it's over. Not in beat baseball.
So here's a guy who's used to late game pressure when it comes to being at the plate. So.
Absolutely.
Nestor wipes off the bat, hands it back to Richie Schultz. He touches the plate. Finds he's wiping off the ball, getting ready for the next pitch.
I'm interested to know what the talking heads are going to have to say about this showcase, and particularly this game right here. This has been one of the more interesting games I've ever seen.
Strike 2.
Play now, make a play. Be ready, Darius, just in case. On your toes, everybody.
Booker trying to mask his nervousness by pumping up his team here a little bit, but his voice gets a little bit more urgent.
That ball is shot. Casey. Oh, what a play! What a
Got
play
him.
by Casey Krause.
Holy cow! Casey Krause comes up with the big one to end it. Oh my! You could hear it hit him from here, Jason.
Man, man, what a way to end it. You talking, kind of had his struggles here.
It was fun.
Had his struggles there early in the game on defense, but when it mattered the most, that final out, an impressive play, a hard
I
hit
don't
ball
know
by
where
Schultz.
that hit him, Jason, but you could hear it hit him, and he had to recover, and he did make the play.
Man, what a way to end this game. What a way to end this showcase.
What a showcase. The second annual one, you know, we said we weren't sure if anything could live up to the first one, but this one, if it hasn't lived up to it, it's been darn sure close. And that is what a great weekend of competition. And these guys are going to get to spend some time together tonight before everybody goes their separate way. I want to express quick appreciation to everybody who's helped out with this broadcast. Graham Mathena on the production end, Katie Mathena on the scorekeeper end, and my partner here, Jason Frazier. It's always an honor and a privilege to call a game with you, and I hope we'll be able to do more of it in 2024 as you're able.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that too as well. There'll be a lot of action, and you know, we talk about this showcase. There are already some good tournaments on the schedule for next year for beep ball. Generally, you got a Vegas tournament, you got something going down in Oklahoma, the Texas tournament, of course, the Indy Bonanza, Bolingbrook.
Beast of the East and all sorts of things, and all culminating, of course, with the World Series of Beef Baseball in St. Charles, Missouri, hosted by Mind's Eye and the Lighthouse. Meanwhile, we are going to be breaking down this showcase probably for the next month. And so be interested to hear everybody's thoughts. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And your final score here in Game 3, Team Blue 40, Team Red 34. Team Blue wins 2 out of the 3 showcase games.
And that's both games today after you know that defeat last night. They came back today.
Only
you know, the guys were
runs.
Those guys were fired up, and they came out today ready to put it on the red team. 74 runs. You just heard Gerald Dykes by the scorer's table. That over-under of 70. We almost made the over-under of 75 from last night. But kudos to all these players. Kudos to all the volunteers. Kudos to everyone who helps put on this spectacular event. It's been a great time.